Now we are going to be live in Sergey Brin's living room to just Sergey Brin and Biz Stone and Mark Wahlberg or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
Are you having a stroke, Luke?
Yeah, Luke's having a stroke.
You have to tell us if you're having a stroke.
That's not how that works.
It is. It's like if someone's
It's like being a cop.
Or yeah, exactly.
Stroke and
yeah. Otherwise, it's entrapment. Yeah.
Goodness. I missed you guys.
Or you're just mad because I called a character you spent a lot of time naming Wendigo Pickle Rick this weekend.
Oh no, I loved that.
Yeah.
But I had to play it straight. That's the curse of being the GM.
Yeah. That's the curse of being the GM.
Yeah.
I mean, it's among them.
So we reconvene in the depths of the caverns beneath the House of the Three Squires. Who among you, who will dare to recap what has happened?
Had a clever plan, as I recall.
I'll do it. No, I'm kidding.
I would like to recap, friends. Hello.
The TV show?
I would like you to recap, so long as it does not advantage you really at all, but I'll take a compromise and only advantaging you a little bit.
Okay.
I'll recap Seinfeld once you're done.
When last we I read the 9/11 episode of Seinfeld.
Right? Was I right? Or
it's incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Anyway, when last we left our heroes, scare quotes, we had just ventured into the depths beneath the House of the Three Squires and had the hole closed up with a big rock behind us, presumably so that they can twist our arms and legs off in exchange for letting us out afterwards. Before heading down, we decided to investigate the portion of the basement or the cellar where we had found the dog earlier. And we discovered in that area the mineral water, which is the secret to the beer of the Three Squires. And Kiar investigated further and found that there is potentially a passage underneath the water, which we can use without knowing where it goes once things inevitably go badly for us. Then we turned around and we went straight back towards the room with all the eggs in it, because Asterios had some kind of half-formed plan, or at least insisted that he did.
There was no plan.
There was no plan. Asterios just really wanted to see the spider, and that's because Corey really wanted to see the spider.
Man, good news.
The good news is someone saw the spider, but it wasn't Asterios initially.
It wasn't Tarvis either.
It wasn't Tarvis either. In fact, no one saw the spider until the spider came out of a rock chimney, wrapped Tarvis up, and started spiriting him away to God knows where. And Asterios thought that this was a good time to try and negotiate with the spider. But he was also angry. And so when the spider tried to make probably a very reasonable deal regarding Asterios' spellbook, Asterios teamed up with Kiar to stab the spider in the butt. And then Reyna also was there.
Interesting. I'm just going to make a note on my character sheet.
You already shot an arrow through my spellbook. It's
what spellbook?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We managed to defeat the spider, and Tarvis was bitten during the conflict by the spider's poisonous fangs, but using his hidden depths, he survived
and did not die.
He did not die, even though he's still got a tummy ache from that bad bread that he ate.
You could just sweat it out.
Which I could just sweat out.
You could just sweat it out.
Could sweat it out at any time.
Luke would like to make that very clear to everyone.
Yeah. At the end of the
that
fight,
my suffering is entirely my own choosing.
Right.
When we were victorious at the end of the fight, we had to make a choice between everyone being injured and exhausted or Asterios' spellbook being destroyed.
Yes.
And Asterios' spellbook was destroyed. Thank you very much, Reyna, for doing that. And now now Asterius doesn't have a spell book. But good news, if everyone feels well reminded, at least he's not angry anymore.
I'm glad you're over it.
Well, it's just that negative emotion has been replaced by a different negative emotion.
You moved on to like,
Despair.
yeah, that's the
I
one.
want to point
But
out.
But you
despair
can-
isn't a
but you-
condition.
You
Right.
can. Oh.
I want to point out that one of, if not the most important thing lost with the spell book were the 9 seals.
Those aren't necessarily lost.
No, they're not. They're written all over my skin.
Some of them
That's
are in
the thing
book.
that's the thing that I wanted to point out was that don't worry, I got you. I got your back, or rather, my back has your words.
That's great.
Wait, what? Yeah, what test did you fail there to trigger the ink crawling into your skin?
Oh no!
I failed
modest.
nothing.
It was a
I
stigmata.
increased my burden.
It's while you're impure.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. That's right. I love it.
It's very cool.
So if you purify yourself, they will fade away.
Indeed, they will. Now what?
So that's what happened.
I was trying to think, like, if anyone's gonna let Kiara into town looking like that, though.
We don't go to town. All we do is spend infinite time just rolling around in a dungeon. We've already done town enough for the rest
This
of our lives.
specific dungeon.
Yeah, I did. I'm working on the long-term camp rules, the base camp rules, now. So you can just. The idea is that you take a camp and you expand it, and just set up there, and then eventually it grows into its own town.
Oh, nice.
There are cats,
And then we can have our own town phase.
Yes, yeah, you can have your own town phase. You can appoint yourselves the guild masters of, the cheese or whatever. But we're not quite there yet. There are 24 glittering black eyes
Oh, right.
Oh, I
clustered.
can clear my condition, right?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
we camped down here, right?
No, we
Nope.
did not. We've
No,
not camped.
we,
yet.
no,
We were
sorry, we
talking-
camped at the beginning last time.
Yeah.
We camped in the, yeah, that's right.
Glittering black eyes peering at your candle as twist or no twist, you got into a massive screaming shit fight that ended with the stereos going no.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
just a cartoon like. Oh right.
Are those guys?
Yeah.
Are those kobolds are still sleeping, right?
So they are awake and they are, looking in your direction, all of them with spears.
But we killed a
and bombs.
spider, and they're afraid of the spider.
And
So now they're
they
afraid
still
of us.
have a prisoner in
They
with
do
them,
have a
right?
human prisoner behind them. Yeah.
Right. Well, we've got to go rescue the prisoner. If we rescue enough prisoners and then set the kobolds against each other,
Sure.
I'm saying there's a chance. That's what we should do.
Or you could try to cut your way to Utan's lair. Does
I
anyone
want to
need
go
to
to
change
Utan's lair like
any
so much.
goals or anything like that right now?
Yes.
Oh, I want
I've
to
done
change
so.
my instinct because my instinct is now useless.
Joy.
Fuck, I don't even know. I had a whole week to think about this, and I don't even know.
And yet you did not.
Yeah.
Does needful things take a turn as a?
Yeah, it does.
So is there an instinct you could write around needful things so it doesn't cost a turn?
Yeah, it could, but I think I want to do.
I have thought about this.
I will always take an opportunity to learn something new.
Luke, since instincts are a thing that should be used in this game, I've written an instinct in a way that just gets me into trouble all the time because that seems like a cool way to use an instinct. But since instincts in this game are supposed to be used to be a mechanical bonus to me, is there a way to write an instinct that will allow me to like refresh my burden more easily?
Oh, wait.
right now my instinct is just always find ways to commune with the otherworldly, and that is I would not even say 50-50 trouble to positive ratio.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just trying to get the page number. Yeah. Page 55 of the Dungeoneer's Handbook.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
consider an instinct a signature action, statement, or reaction for your character. If we were reading about your character in a comic book, we'd expect you to do this thing when you got into trouble. Instincts must be specific. Always win. And when in trouble, always escape. And never do the wrong thing are not instincts as we define them. They're wishes. If you wish your wishes to come true, you'll have to find a forgiving djinn. An instinct has 3 parts: a trigger, an action you take, and a specific place or time.
So I haven't even been doing it right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Instincts are often best expressed as an always or if-then statement. Always prepare a good meal when we return to camp. If Dralik wants to kick down a door, I check it for traps. Always check for traps before picking a lock. Always map your progress when we return to camp. Always identify the new capabilities or the capabilities of new creatures I encounter, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, so instincts, I did a bad job explaining instincts to y'all. There was a lot going on in our first session.
Yeah,
We
for
were
sure.
a little distracted. And so, and we have suffered because of it. But yeah, instincts are meant to be like very like conditional, formulaic.
Yeah, I like the condition of like, where do you get a free action? Like, under what situations do you get a free action? Like, where? Like, to do what? Where?
Yeah,
The where is a part that we currently don't have.
The Mad Libs of that, I think, makes it make more sense.
A trigger, an action, and a specific place or time.
Yeah.
So, what did you write, Corey?
Oh yeah, so maybe mine doesn't work. Mine was always take an opportunity to learn something new.
That is too vague.
It's a little broad, but it's the right idea. Like, because we can think of an application there is that when you encounter something you don't know, like if you're going for a beginner's luck test, we could say like, oh yeah, a beginner's luck test for Asterios doesn't cost. So if you
I have a very specific plan, which is that I'm trying to fail one scholar test and then make another scholar test to get the sigils. And so I'm trying to set myself up to do that without taking too much of our time with my instinct.
Yeah, can you write something to get you like a free action that doesn't tick the grind over it during the dungeon phase?
Corey, what's your scholar level?
Absolutely.
Exactly what it is. My scholar level is 2.
Okay.
I just need 1 failed test in order to level it up to 3, and I don't want to try the seals until I have level 3.
This is sort of maybe a question for Luke and also for Corey, if this sounds good. Would something like when I see something interesting, or like maybe a little bit more specific than something interesting, it's like something like unusual or something like that. In a dungeon, like always, like if I see something unusual in a dungeon, I should go study it, like something like that. But I'm trying to figure out how to word it right. That's like a bad wording of an instinct.
But it sounds like, Corey, you could actually just be specific here about what it is that you want Asterios to do. And like when I have a free moment, I try to repair my spell book, or I try to recopy the fragments of my spell book or something like that. You could just state that as your instinct for the time being, so that when we get to camp, you're going to get a free check to try to repair your spell book. But it sounds like actually, wait, I see.
Yeah.
You want to fail a scholar test before you.
Yes.
Instead of trying to word one for like in the dungeon, make a scholar test for free, but like in like an interesting way.
When I encounter runes, like unknown runes or unknown languages, study them. When I find a text, read it. What could go wrong?
That's a really good burning wheel instinct, I think. When I find a text, read it.
So, Luke, if I made my instinct like always, when I see something that isn't mine, try to take it, or when I see something valuable
constantly.
No, right, yeah, right. When I take what's valuable from the enemy or something, right? Like if I could write one around the stealing the necklace, for example, like what does it mean in that context for me to get a free action? Does it mean like I get a free criminal test, and if I fail, I just don't get the thing? Or
Yeah. It wouldn't move the turn tracker forward when you pass or fail. You won't move the turn tracker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like always pocket treasure in a dungeon, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that okay? No. Okay.
Rob my opponent's blind before I humiliate them, or something. Always rob my opponent's blind before I humiliate them.
Great.
Right?
Love that.
Something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's just not steal all the treasure. It's I'm going to interact with my opponents this way.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use subjugate, but I like that. Rob my opponents.
Sure. Before I subjugate. Wow.
Actually, I really like humiliate. No, that was great. Thank you, Luke. That's perfect. I've been having a lot of fun with always protect my self-image, but it doesn't quite meet the 3-part thing that you just laid out.
You could do always protect my self-image when insulted or something. When slighted, right? You just need to add like some other like limiting condition in there, and I'm fine with it. Are we good?
I mean, I still don't know what mine is, but I'll just do without an instinct this time.
No. Pause. That's not actually an option in Torchbearer.
I just don't want to hold everything up. Like
just trust, fam, and just write something like, or write an instinct about like, either either directly write it about your spellbook and stop fucking around and just get like face the fact that you're going to fail this test, or write it around like some other like reading runes, symbols, other languages, texts that you find. Right, that's what the
none of that is going to come up, but
it will. That's the thing. Like it will at some point. Right.
Yeah, at some point. Like
but if you write it as an instinct too, it makes it more likely that it will come up specifically.
Right.
Because that's the point of writing instincts.
The dungeon master in Torchbearer is meant to take your player priorities into account, and try to incorporate them into the game. There's a little bit of give and take here. You're supposed to write your player priorities about the situation that you're in, and the dungeon master is supposed to then challenge them.
I will always take an opportunity to copy down ancient lore.
Great. And as you've seen, like instincts don't trigger every session or every phase or anything like that, but when they come up, they should be useful. The journey back to your spellbook is probably not going to end this session.
Maybe though.
I don't want my spellbook back. I just want that one thing.
Yeah.
I got it. It's good.
Corey, why would you say to Luke, no, listen, the only thing that I want is this one thing? Why would you do that?
Because I'm dumb.
All right. You are outside of the warren. You're in the passage that leads to the warren. There is a dead Utan twitching and oozing at your feet, your collective feet. Asterios is on his knees, collecting the scraps of the book. Yes, am I right about that? Yep. You can put it in your inventory, your ruined spellbook. And as I said, there's 24 glittering black eyes staring at your candle from about 3 paces away.
Let's go to Utan's nest and just bypass this bunch of kobolds.
They are between you and Utan's nest.
We'll just be like, hey guys, we're just passing through. You see how easily we just murdered that spider? Maybe you leave us alone.
Could do that sort of move.
Don't seem to be budging as you take a step forward.
What are the words I'm thinking? What are the types of conflicts? There's kill, capture, drive off.
What are the like
flee?
Trick?
Yeah, flee wouldn't get us through this room.
I would say either trick or drive off might do it for us here. Trick would be pretty good.
Do we want to try to trick them? I really want to get.
Does intimidating them count as tricking them?
There's also a case for you to try to just intimidate them in one fell swoop in one roll if you feel like, or if we can agree on the magnitude of it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a conflict.
Oh, okay. Because I was just like, if we could just be like, look, here's the deal. We just murdered this spider. you've been afraid of this spider for some time. Clearly, the spider's been eating kobolds occasionally, and you guys have been like, "Oh shoot, no, the giant scary spider. We just murdered it. Leave us alone, and we won't also murder you." We could be convinced otherwise. Make my day.
And leave the prison.
Yeah,
They can't speak.
They don't
our
understand
language,
any of
but-
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I
you
think we
could
could do
gesture,
some pantomime here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kiara's-
just like rip off one of the spider's arms and be like,
Eat it.
yeah.
and gesture to us, and then point to the nest.
Recommend
And
you
then
don't eat it being
this.
6 sucks. Just speaking from personal experience.
Sure. Yeah.
So they take a step back as you like mangle Utan's corpse. And
I've got words all over me too.
Yeah, they can't read.
But still,
it's impressive, but they can't read. They take a step back, and their leader starts, like, clearly has like an inspiration as you're waving that at them, and starts like whispering to the kobolds around them. Sawback, I believe the leader is.
Yeah. Same guy from before, right?
Same guy.
yeah.
And they're like, they start to like bare their teeth and nod, and they're like, "Oh yeah."
No, I don't like that. Dislike. Unsubscribe.
And the human captive behind them is like, like trying to like roll away. Like you can just see his shadow in the darkness behind them.
Is he tied up?
Yeah.
Can I sneak around to him?
Famous last harvests.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Luke. You would say Sawback has wronged us before, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
For sure.
He captured you.
Okay.
Yeah. He's terrible.
I'm going to ask you about the mechanics of this.
Okay.
Before I commit,
Okay.
what I would like to try to do is assassinate Sawtooth, or Sawback specifically.
That's a good idea.
That is possible. I mean, you could try to take a shot at Sawback with that crossbow. That will initiate a kill conflict between you and these 12 kobolds.
See, that's the problem, is I'm only trying to kill one of them specifically before he...
Yeah, well,
It'd be
you
like,
better
"Look,
do a
I've killed
lot of
you."
damage to them very quickly in a conflict. You don't have the drop on them. It's not a surprise if, like, you're holding a loaded crossbow. You raise that crossbow at them. They're not going to say, like, they fought with you before. They know what your capabilities are. The crossbow's new. They also were tricked by you before into fighting with their compatriots, and they watched you, or rather, I guess they heard about you freeing that other idiots. They're a little bit savvy. Anyway, you point that crossbow at Sawtooth, and with the intent to kill, it's a kill conflict.
How do we feel about killing these kobolds?
I feel like driving them off is a better idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Because we want a lower risk, make them leave situation.
It sounds an awful lot like pushing our luck.
Do we need to kill them to like safely get let out? Like, isn't the deal that we have to kill them anyway?
Well, no, we need to clear them out of here, but also those guys are assholes, like, and locked us in. So, like, I feel like we're also sort of searching for another way out with a lot of treasure, which is also like a pretty good outcome.
And we really got to leave this area if that's what we're going to do. Which?
Oh, well, yeah, but there's like a haunted bridge that we've been ignoring for the last 2 years.
2 years.
Oh, however long.
Good point.
And also my dead parents. My inevitably now dead parents.
Dead and eaten.
Yes.
So anyway, the answer to Paul's question, can Tarvis try to sneak around?
Yeah.
They're staring right at you.
They're staring right at me. Okay, so it's
would
not
have to be a little bit more of a
something else.
distraction.
Yeah. I'm sort of waiting for this. That's what I want to do, but like I recognize that I can't just be like, you're looking at me, I'm going to sneak now. That doesn't work. So like I want to wait till one of them does something or one of my compatriots does something.
You could retreat from here. You're a little banged up. You could retreat to
We have
the cellar.
almost no conditions.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
not
Tarvis is fucked.
right, but that's like normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Yeah. It would be Torchbearer if Tarvis
Yeah,
were doing
I
great.
think if we
We're
have
not banged up at all.
right, if we have this
all right.
we're going to tick over to the second tick. I think in 3 more thingies,
Mhm.
3 more actions, we're going to tick over to the next grind mabob. So we want to like for example, if we did like a drive off conflict or a kill conflict now, plus like 1 or 2 other things, and then camped and looted the spider's den, that would be
That'd
like
really good.
mechanically.
This is why I'm saying I want to do either a trick
perfect.
or a drive off
Yeah.
conflict,
Yeah.
and then go to the spider's den.
Man, but with a kill conflict, okay.
Yeah, with a kill conflict, one of us could get killed, and
That's
that's
true. I didn't die last
You
That's
don't
time.
have
I
the
did die.
bees.
cool.
Yeah,
We don't have
that's
bees.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like-
just gonna donk him with a stick. That's all I can do now.
Right. I mean, we've got Tommy with the
Boink,
crossbow,
boink, boink,
we got
boink.
Kiara with the spear, we got Tarvis with the bleeding everywhere, and
I'm not
Can you-
bleeding. I'm barfing everywhere.
Can you use a different weapon,
there's
Yeah,
time.
it's way better.
Asterios?
I
Can
think
use-
I can use a dagger.
A dagger and a staff.
I've got a dagger.
Is
if you
it
want
dagger? Yeah, different than a knife.
No, they're the same.
A
And-
staff is not a bad weapon though.
Okay.
No, staff's a fine weapon. Dagger also a fine weapon. There are no bad weapons in Torchbearer.
There's no good weapons in Torchbearer.
Watch it.
That's also true.
There's a crossbow.
Actually, the crossbow is really good. To be fair, the crossbow is quite excellent.
Find another solution aside from shooting things with Reyna's crossbow.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put this out
I opened with a different solution.
I
than
mean,
that.
yeah, we can. That's fine. We can make it a drive off conflict, but like we want to drive them pretty far off.
But I mean, that's
They
that's
are
what we
in
came
their
down here to do
nests.
was to drive them off, right?
There's not, yeah, like there's not really any place for them to go. I mean, I guess, like where would they go? They would
It's not,
like you
this is
could
not
dr-
my problem.
You could well then that becomes a kill conflict. The not my problem version of drive off.
What
becomes-
about? But there's
suddenly we have to kill
there's
them
the
all.
other exit from this room, like right where the spider
There are
was.
2 other exits. Yeah,
Right.
there's that chute, and then there's
There's the esophageal tunnel.
the esophageal tunnel, which, as far as you're concerned, leads to Utan's lair. So you don't want
Right.
them running up there.
Right. We kind of want them running out the other door, the column where the spider was that I got
Yeah.
captured.
Yeah.
That would be, I think, the goal, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Like you're not certain if they can get up there.
Well, this would also let us find out.
So it sounds like what we're saying is like it's got to be a kill conflict. Is that what you're saying, Luke?
I'm not certain. They're in their lair. This is one of the conditions of a drive-off conflict. There's got to be someplace for them to go. And
Yeah.
generally, for monsters, once you've confronted them in their lair, like there's got to be someplace for them to go. And there's not like, I mean, yeah, not a lot of options here. You could try to capture them again.
You can try to capture them.
That went well. There are a lot of them, which means
Yeah.
that they're going to have a lot of dice on the first action. You have to survive the first action and then start knocking them apart because they'll be very fragile, right? They'll lose dice very quickly. Well, unlike Utan, which is very reliable and steady, right? Always doing this type of thing. You have a might bonus in any conflict with them. Yeah, but they have the potential to wipe you out in one action if they get lucky. But
Okay,
anyway,
so
you don't actually get to pick what conflict you do.
Right.
I pick the conflict.
Right.
You tell me what actions you take.
I would like how. So does anything come of trying to intimidate them besides they just like have a clever plan? They have a clever plan. They're not really intimidated.
Well, of you showing them the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a little chittering discussion amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And they back up and then they take 2 steps forward. They start to like menace you with their spears and start to like bark and yip at you. Yeah.
All right,
One
we
of them
either-
is like holding a bomb like it's a hot potato.
They have
So we-
bombs now.
Yeah, the blood. Every time the blood moon, they respawn, but they're like also tougher.
Be careful, Link.
We're having fun.
Yeah. So either we leave here or it's kill conflict time. It sounds like.
Do any of them have anything valuable? That I can see.
The human
There's
that's
the
tied
prisoner
up.
that's there, and Utan's lair is on the other side of them.
No, for sure. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
because maybe there's a chance to rob my opponents before I humiliate them. All right.
You could
You
steal
could,
a bomb.
you could steal the person that's robbing them.
could steal a bomb.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Gonna.
Let's see if
I-
Jarvis can get killed.
I want to. Okay. Nope. What'd you say? Let's see if Jarvis what?
Can
get
get killed
killed.
tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then I like set down my crossbow.
Okay.
Why?
Very like
Yeah.
setting it down.
Why?
And then I whip the hand axe out of my belt at Sawback.
Nice. Yes.
All right, let's roll for disposition. Let's just get this over with.
Fucking go.
Yeah, it seems like this is what's happening. Let's do it.
Yeah, what a fucking mistake.
I am still
Okay.
standing.
All right.
So Raina's like, okay, here, sets down the crossbow, and then just does one of
Hand axe.
those.
Yeah.
Hero. What a hero.
Thank you.
Kiara is still standing at the front of the formation of scoundrels and is going to captain this fight unless anyone objects foolishly.
I can't use a persona point to get both a wise and a nature, surely, right?
One persona point? You
Yeah.
can use 2 persona points. to
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
what I thought.
Boy.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! Sawback is wearing a gem-studded bracelet. I'm just
Instinct
saying.
time.
I will, if you manage to get into like hand-to-hand combat with Sawback, I will actually give you your instinct roll mid-conflict to try to be like, and
Yoink.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so.
Boy.
All right, so let's get the
Show on the road.
the death rolling here.
So the nice thing about the hand axe is it also cancels an attack.
It can, if that is your choice there. It sounds like that is.
Yeah, because if the problem here is like they're grouping up as a like the goal here is to like disarm them and to like take out the big guy with the clever plan.
Sure. All right. Let's get over here.
So for disposition, I roll my fighter and I straight up add my health to it.
Yeah.
And no one can help me with this, right?
Like Raina narrated
Oh,
help.
please
yeah.
everyone
I
help with
held by
this.
whipping an axe at a boy.
Yeah.
Right. I'm absolutely going to help as well, actually, because here, what I'm specifically like, I got up and I'm like all wounded and I'm sick and I'm throwing up
You're
everywhere.
not wounded, right?
I'm not wounded, actually.
Yeah.
I'm
please,
like,
for
I'm
fuck's sake.
roughed up, but I'm not wounded in the like capital W sense. But because I'm looking for that opportunity to go help the prisoner guy, I'm distracted. Like I'm distracted.
You're moving to flank.
To flank basically. So I'm like doing some like they've got to watch all around in order for me to help. This situation where I'm helping with health. So can I spend a fate point to have this count to learn from this health test?
You can't learn from a disposition roll.
Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Save your fate point for the fight.
I want to help here, but I'm not sure that I can in a way that makes sense.
I mean,
It's a fighter skill, so if you had wises or something. Oh my God.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't have the fighter skill.
All right, it's fine, but I do.
okay, so I get 2 dice from help.
Mhm.
I get 2 dice for my fighter skill, and then I add 6 to it for my health, right?
6 successes. Yeah, not
6
success.
success. Right.
Yeah.
Just added 6 to the result.
Yeah.
So I'll click fighter and I'll add 2 for help, but it says and any modifiers. How do I, using this sheet thing, how do I add, because if I put in 2 for help, it's just going to do 2 more dice.
Yeah, we'll just add the 6.
Okay,
with
so I
a
do
raise.
2 for that. Obstacle is irrelevant. So I have 2 successes, so I have 8 successes. So once again, we all have 2 health each.
Nice.
Unless you want to leave me out of the conflict.
This is a great chance to learn the fighter skill, my friend.
Okay.
This is a great chance to learn the fighter skill.
Uh,
Luke's friend.
and but though, of course, learning the fighter skill and then dying is also
We're not going to die, though.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain at least one of us is going to die.
It's Jarvis.
It's fine.
Oh.
Everyone knows.
He's gonna sweat it out last moment and save the day.
All right, so
I mean, you guys remember that one of the minor compromise.
Oh, we remember.
One of us dies.
We can never
Right.
forget.
Yeah.
all right, so the way the bomb works is it's an attacking weapon that is similar to the crossbow, +1 success on an attack. If you get them into a versus situation with the bombardier, the bomb thrower, and you win, then the bomb thrower takes the damage, takes 1 point of damage. So basically, yeah, if you manage to like
That's cool.
bop them in the nose while they're throwing a bomb, then they take, like if it's a like even a non-damaging versus test, they would take a point of damage. So just so you know how that's going to work, because I'm going to throw bombs at you. They also have slings and spears, but there's only one dude with bombs. And okay, also we're going to use the boss monster rules here, which we used before, but we weren't explicit with. When Sawback acts, and you do damage to Sawback can decide to distribute that damage onto any minions he wants.
Right.
Right?
So we can't target Sawback.
You can right. So basically, you throw that axe at Sawback. Sawback holds up a kobold as a shield.
Hell yeah! What
for,
a dick.
for now, for the moment. But you can obviously do enough damage to them to make that irrelevant. All right, so now I need to roll. They have a might of 2 for this conflict, and a nature of 2, and that's it. No, Sawback doesn't count as a big fat special kobold. So,
So is this attack and feint or fighter and defend and maneuver a will?
no, it should be defend and maneuver health in a
Health. Okay, right.
conflict, right?
Yeah, it has written down on the sheet the other thing, which seemed weird to me, but
Will should be drive off, unless I'm fucking this up.
no, not on the sheet. I'm sorry. In Roll20, it says it has typed out just attack.
Oh yeah, that's from a
If you
previous
look
thing.
all the way on the left, though, it says kill fighter for attack.
Oh,
and feint,
yeah,
health
I see. Sorry.
And in the book on page 63 of the Scholar's Guide, it says kill, attack as fighter, defend as health, feint as fighter, and maneuver as health.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I was looking around the sheet and I saw there's a bunch of different
There are a bunch
unlabeled dyads of
Sorry.
actions.
Okay,
Sorry.
so 2 plus 11 dice of health. So, oh, kobolds are great. All right. So, D6 and 4 plus. Oh, look at that.
Wow, dang.
They
Look at
rolled
that.
terribly. Terribly.
Oh, did I get any 6s? I only got 1 6, so it's not worth. Okay.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, 7. So this not looking good for our heroes.
Us or the kobolds? I'm not sure which one
The
you
kobolds.
I genuinely don't know which one you mean.
Come on, kobolds are the real heroes here. Kobolds.
I'm inclined to agree.
Um,
I'm kind of on Team Giant Spider, to be honest.
so
Well, Team Giant Spider already lost.
I know it's terrible.
all right, god damn it! And now I have to look up the too many kobolds rule.
Too many kobolds?
There's actually a rule in the game called too many kobolds.
That's how you know you've made a real game.
All right, each participant must have at least 1 point disposition assigned to them. Yeah, so it's so chaotic and crazy, and there's so many of them that with only 7 points of disposition, that all 12 of them can't help.
Correct. That some of them are just milling around, crushed underfoot.
Yeah, it just can't.
Yeah.
Like they can't get in to attack or whatever.
Not enough surface area for them all to
There's
stab.
literally not enough surface area. That's right. So, but I'm gonna go for maximum kobold here. So yeah, so we'll go for 7 of them, and with Sawback taking 1 point of disposition and 6 underlings. What could go wrong? So it's 8 to 7. Let us choose actions. or let me choose actions.
What are the skills for this again? It's health for some and fighter for
Here.
others.
Yep.
Yes.
Which is
It's health for. I just had it up.
Defend
sorry.
and maneuver, I believe.
Yeah, defend and maneuver is health, and attack and feint are fighter.
okay. I believe I have +1 to defend.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let Luke come up with his stuff without showing our hand, and then once he's done his stuff, we
Come up
will
with an
say.
I actually am
clever
thinking.
plan.
I'm actually thinking maybe it would be good to feint on all 3.
Oh, the old feint. I didn't say this last time, but we used to award that player a persona point for if they scripted all feints in a game because it was the most insulting thing, and we always saw it as suicidal, and we always were kind of daring each other. And then at one point, 2 players actually got into it, and it was playing in the Burning Wheel like Heian era Japan setting, and one player challenged the other player to a duel, and the other player just scripted feint for the entire exchange and won.
What?
Yeah, and like got the fate point and also earned legendary status in our group.
Jesus. You guys are cool.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so we're gonna have a combination of sling, bomb, and spear in this round. Just letting you know. All right. Yeah, so Raina, you're equipping the hand axe, which you do want to oppose you to an attack. If you want to get that special bonus from the hand axe, you want to place it so that so instead of attacks being just murdering each other, that you're blunting their attack by donking him in the head with the hand axe.
Yeah.
Kiara is equipping.
Are we in narrow corridors or tight confines?
Your back is to the wall, but no, you're going to fight in the Warren, so this is not narrow corridors or tight confines.
Okay. For this round, I'm going to equip the spear.
Okay.
And I'll equip the sling that I've got.
Sling, great, and staff from Sirius.
Staff.
Great.
So
All right,
got
you've already
janitor.
chosen, Luke. You're good to go.
I'm locked.
All right, guys. I think we should maneuver, and then either defend for the third action or attack for the third action.
I can defend. I have a +1D to defend.
I'm really good at maneuvers. I get a +2.
Wait. Maneuver, attack?
Or maneuver, defend. The reason that I think we should double maneuver is because if Luke has attacked with either of the first 2 and either the first 2 are the bomb, our maneuver will become a versus test and reduce the effectiveness of the bomb and make the bomb go off in the hands of the kobold. And then if we just maneuver, the third thing should be either attack or defend to take advantage of the 2 maneuvers that have set it up.
I like it as an attack because then we can ideally knock down.
Right. The only
effectiveness
reason
of
I
his
said
pile
the
of kobolds.
right is it like we might yeah. So maneuver attack sounds fine to me. What do y'all like? What do people want to do in this round?
I think that seems like a reasonable plan, and I definitely want to maneuver in that case.
Leave me out of that round.
I think so remember that if I can get an attack across from an attack, I can like mitigate it. So maybe we want to attack, maneuver, attack, and
I think there's a good chance. Yeah, I think that's interesting.
The thing is, I think that there's but there's a good chance that his first round is either a feint or a maneuver. His first round is unlikely to be a defend, and his first round is. I mean, if it's an attack, then great, Tommy wins. If it's a maneuver, then great, Tommy wins. And if it's a feint, then great, Tommy wins. So,
So attack, maneuver.
Attack, maneuver, attack.
Attack, yeah.
Paul, would you...
Because like the goal is just to reduce their insane dispo on this first one, so I don't get that many dice, right?
Right.
Paul, what are you good at?
Maneuver.
Maneuver specifically?
I mean, I'm decent at maneuver and I'm decent at attack, honestly. Like, I'm okay at both of them.
I am in a similar place where I am okay at both of them.
But I'm better at maneuvering because of my +2 for my sling.
I am better at maneuvering. So for me, for my maneuver, I roll 6 dice, 7 dice because my spear is a +1.
Oh, okay. I roll
my attack. I roll my fighter, which is just 2 dice.
Yeah. Well, it was going to be 2 also for me. But just have me attack then. You're better at maneuvering. So then
I'm very good at
correct to
maneuvering.
have me attack because I've got an attack of 3, but I'm 6. So it'll be 2 dice. But it's the same as you, and then your maneuver is better.
Yeah.
So that sounds excellent.
Okay.
And I could use a failed fighter test.
That's true. That's true. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go Reyna, Kiar, Tarvis. Everybody ready? Stan,
All right.
you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Attack versus maneuver.
All right.
Great.
All right. Yeah, the sling bullets come out. They pepper you.
Okay.
They
But this is an opposed attack, so
versus. Yep.
there's a versus test, right? So how much peppering versus how much hand axing really depends on the rolls.
Sure. Yep. Yeah.
Man.
So,
Okay.
Reyna, you're leading this. You actually don't have to throw your hand axe to get the special effect. At this point, you can just chop
Swing it.
one in half. At this moment.
Yeah, because there's no special effect possible here, right?
So just hang on to the hand axe. You don't have to waste it.
It is
Mhm.
delightful.
What you were hedging there, which was a great hedge with putting Reyna first with the hand axe, is right. If I lead with an attack, then you guarantee serious fuckery.
And,
Um,
and if you
And
leave
we-
with a
and now we
maneuver,
still
this
have
is good. Yeah.
And now we still have that for later.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
That's good. I like that. I like that idea.
All right. So I have this is what, combat? This is fighter.
Yeah, it's fighter.
Isn't oh yes, attack. Yes, it is.
He's attacking.
Yeah.
So you feint, you kind of threaten them with the axe.
Mhm.
They and start whipping sling bullets at you all,
Mhm.
like cracking off of the stone behind you.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
Kiara's going to help you out with your, because like Kiara sees you go to throw the hand axe and then sees Reyna make the decision to instead go chop one, and Kiara's got the spear. He's like, right, and just runs up alongside. He's like, yeah, let's go in there.
Yeah.
Let's go with the stabs.
And I'm pretty obviously already gearing up to attack them, specifically with a sling, like slinging right back at them. And so and I keep edging around them as more of a flanking because I'm trying to attack them from the side. So I will help you with
splitting
my
their
fighter skill.
attention.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't help. I don't have fighter.
You can help on attacks without fighter, Luke, or no?
He would have to have something else, like a related skill,
Okay.
or a wise.
Okay.
But
Right.
this is not uncommon for a low-level magician to be effed during an attack during a kill conflict.
Yeah.
Normally, or not normally, but once in a while, he's a death machine during an attack in a kill conflict when the bees are here.
So like if he had bees, you could be like, I help with the bees. No problem.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. So don't pity Asterios.
And Luke, you're gonna roll with how many? You're gonna roll how many dice?
8d6.
And
Damn.
technically, you've got to do that before Tommy decides to commit to spending persona points or whatever.
In Torchbearer, that is correct. In Burning Wheel, that is not correct, by the way.
Right.
So Sawback gives the order to get them. They start whipping sling bullets at you. They don't seem to be whipping to kill, right? They seem to be trying to herd you in a particular direction. But it is terrifying to have, be at
It's a lot of
close
rocks.
range. Yeah,
Right.
you have a lot of these rocks whipped at your head. Anyway, that comes up with
Wow. Fuck.
Oh, good.
Siete.
That's the only number of successes he's capable of rolling.
Oh, I hope that's true.
Seven
deadly sins.
then I guess we just lose.
To win. 7 holy paths to hell, and your trip begins.
Yeah, but it's on a maneuver. I mean, it's not great, but
Right, but
It's really not great.
it's bad.
Yeah.
But it's
but
not.
it's not. Yeah, but I'm
I'm
helping,
not
and
going
I'm
to take damage for it.
specifically off of what Luke said, where they're trying to hurt us. Because I'm flanking around the side, I am
Okay.
actively opposing the herding that they are trying to do. That is how I am helping you.
Oh, there's another option here that we didn't consider. I
Yeah.
just realized in the D20 interface. There you go. Not doing anything.
What?
I could
What
just right
happened?
click and take the card away. Now you don't have a card anymore.
Ooh,
Right.
got him.
Yeah, didn't expect that, did you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, put it back.
All right.
There you go.
I can use a wise with a fate point.
You can reroll one failed die with a fate point. You can reroll all failed dice with a persona point.
Got it. Use it. Okay, great.
Real wise.
Okay. I am going to I'm going to use Devil May Care to take a -1 here
Mhm. Yeah,
and get the check.
get that check.
And I think the case for Devil May Care here is pretty clear, but just in case
He's like,
it's
I'm
not,
gonna go attack
I'm
with an
whipping
axe.
an axe out of nowhere and getting us into a kill conflict.
Okay.
Can
Interesting.
if I spend a fate point here, I can learn fighter from this roll, right?
I'm about to fail a fighter test.
Right, and I really want to fail fighter test.
I
So if
also need a failed fighter test.
If you
and then-
have the skill, then yes.
yes, I do. Yeah,
Because
I
I'm gonna-
also could use a failed fighter test. Thank
Good
you.
news, folks.
Yeah.
Fucking get in here.
yeah. No, we're
And-
getting
Get on
there.
this bus.
And you spend a fate point to do that?
Yeah.
Yep. Get on the
Fuck-
fail bus.
Fuck yeah.
I
Yeah, I've
believe
been-
the effect is called synergy or something.
I've been looking for a failed fighter test for a while, so
Me
this is
too.
Bing bong.
good. Fuck this
Here
up
we
real good.
go.
Because that. So
So we get one check because I'm taking a -1 to the versus test.
and Luke, whenever
Correct.
when does a skill level immediately upon reaching the threshold of X and X -1?
No successes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It can happen in the middle of a conflict. Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I have a fighter of 3.
Yeah, same.
Wow, 0 successes.
wow.
So
I
we're
get-
fucked.
The real successes was the learning we did along the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So you wow, yeah.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
We got
I
that
get-
check out of it, and we both got a level of fighter.
All
one
three of
more
us.
failed test.
All
to-
three of us got a level of fighter.
You
I know I was a 3 already. I've got
Oh.
if I get one more failed test, though, I get a 4.
Nice.
Wow.
Raina drops the axe.
Yeah, you do.
It's
Okay.
like triple pump fakes, and then it's just like
Two,
Devil
two
May
fakes.
Care.
Two fake. Two fake.
Yeah.
Go back and get that crossbow and shoot it.
You're being pelted, and they manage to see Tarvis' obvious
Yes.
ploy and hem him in.
Yeah.
So you have -1 die to your next action.
Yeah.
Raina is
Disarmed.
-1 die for the rest of the round. And also, if you want to get that axe back in this fight, you have to get the MOS 4 effect and rearm. Otherwise, there's no time to grab the axe. And I get +2 dice to my next roll.
So hold on. You did impede.
Impede, gain position, and disarm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can
okay.
Raina pick up the crossbow that she's explicitly got right by her?
You have to just go backwards to pick it
Yeah,
up. But yeah, right.
The
Right.
crossbow, since it was not disarmed,
Right.
can be equipped as a weapon
Yeah.
at the start of the next round.
Right.
So
the
again,
axe
don't
can't.
pity Raina. Raina's going to be fine.
Right,
But
yeah.
the axe and its special effect needs to be like,
It's
you know,
it's got
Right.
skittered off to the side.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
needs to be found.
We can
in the
easily
For
pick
sure,
it
for
up
sure.
after we murder all these couples.
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. All right.
All right.
So
Next,
next
next.
attack.
All right. Kiar is maneuvering against your attack, but you have a +2.
And you have
Yes.
-1. Yeah. It's
Oh,
pretty
I
good.
have -1, not just Raina. Everybody.
Yes,
The-
everybody
yeah,
does.
The
because
person
of the maneuver.
who's leading the next action takes.
Oh,
-1.
okay. So it's not everybody. It's just me.
Yeah. And not permanently, just for this action.
Just for that one action. What is
Okay.
your problem?
I mean, do you want a
Sorry.
list?
No, I was talking to the devil that lives in my room.
I realize, but it's not applicable to my life situation here. Okay,
So they part the crowd and they
Yeah.
all start chanting and barking and laughing
and
as the
bomb guy.
bombardier comes up. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And he's got a +2, and I've got a -1. How many dice do you roll for this, Luke? Because you had 8 dice for
9. Oh.
your.
10.
Now I roll 10 dice.
Wait, so you still have 8 dice? You have 8 dice for both maneuver and attack?
Yeah. Yeah. Until you start whooping my butt. My
I
kobolds
thought
are
that because like attack uses fighter and defend uses health, or maneuver uses health, so I figured you would have different.
I am a monster and I use my nature. And my nature is swarming.
Okay.
So I'm swarming you.
All right,
Yep.
all right. I don't know
Monsters
the-
have
That's a
simplified
nice
rules.
song, Luke.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Monsters have more simplified rules than.
Well,
players.
more.
I recorded it.
dumbified
Now's my
rules.
ringtone for you.
Yeah.
I know the cheating.
Yeah. All right. So you're rolling 10 dice on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those dice.
And I am rolling my health plus my spear, which should be 7, but is instead only 6. Can I get some help from my friends?
Yes. You definitely.
My maneuver?
Because now that I see them parting their ways, I'm actually thinking.
And everybody has health, so everybody can help on this one.
Yes, Asterios can help.
Like I'm kind of like moving in toward him to get ready for my attack and also like get closer to that guy. So
Right.
kind of, I'm
You said this
closing
was
on
the
them while
Bombardier
you're
loop?
maneuvering.
This is the Bombardier. Yeah,
Yeah.
they part in the center, and he comes forward laughing.
If I
We're all
get
cheering.
so they get 10 dice, friends. If I get health from all 3 of you, I get 9 dice. So like
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not in terrible shape.
Yeah, and we can all
Yeah.
help on this one.
Asterios is going to help by picking up one of the severed limbs of the spider and
Mhm.
chucking it towards the group.
Just distract fleeing.
Yeah.
That's
What are you
great.
gonna do with your bomb now? Ah, leg.
Yeah.
You can do that 7 more times.
Reyna is Reyna is gonna just like getting assailed with like sling rocks and is just gonna like move so that those have to come into the middle anyway, right? Like so that now there's a crossfire problem.
Okay.
All right. Luke, do your thing. Roll your bullshit dice.
Oh, 3 successes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to take any checks against myself here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I roll my health plus. So +3 for health, +1 for my spear, -1. So just +3.
Can I learn from this, by the way?
A health check.
Yeah.
It is a opposed check. You just got to
Oh,
spend a
that's
fate
true.
point.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
You know what? I think I will too.
I definitely want to learn from this.
Hold, please. I'm pretty sure that I do.
Okay.
Oh, I
I'm not-
extremely want to.
All right.
And you can only learn once. I can only move health up once per conflict. Luke, is that right?
Each ability can only get 1 test per conflict.
Per conflict. Okay.
1 test for advancement per conflict.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. 4 successes.
Yes.
I could make it so right now. So right now I have 1. How do I make this card bigger? There surely is a way. I just
So
Yeah, you've got a
all right.
6.
No, it's over. This is classic Kobold victory maneuver. They just collapse. They crumble. So you
That's
get
good.
4 successes here, right? So
Yeah.
you get you have
so
a
the
net
attack
of,
is completely negated.
you have a net of 1, right? You blunt their attack. You have a
Right.
net of 1, so that comes off. Your might is 1, that comes off, and then the Bombardier explodes himself, and that comes off.
All right.
So you do 3 points of damage with
With my
that,
maneuver.
that very cautious.
That was. I mean, that's
maneuver.
that is exactly what I wanted to have happen was a maneuver to go against the attack.
Classic
So,
kobold collapse is a great sentence.
Yeah, but not with 3.
No,
He
for
took-
sure.
He took
Yeah.
3.
with
he
3
took-
C's because of the hard C because we talked about with Tolkien
It's a
at the beginning of
He
this.
took 3.
Classic
He
kobold.
took 3 damage from our maneuver.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
of the,
because
their bomb blade.
They're like,
Oh,
oh, and he's like,
wait.
ah, wah!
No, I'm sorry. They take 1 point of damage from your maneuver. Sorry, because of the bomb. Sorry. Thanks,
They
Corey. I thought you
I'm
had
sorry,
the attack.
teacher gave
Nope,
us more
it was a
homework.
maneuver.
Yeah,
It was
it
a
was a
maneuver. All right, so they
maneuver.
take 1 point of damage from the bomb. Still classic Kobold attack. You
Okay.
give me -1 die to my next action unless you get another success, and then you could take +2 dice.
Plus 2.
to-
I'll give you a -1 to your next action. That's fine.
Yeah,
like-
Sorry.
I'm not going to spend a bunch of points to.
Sorry, everyone. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
No, thank you. got
Corey,
so
I
excited.
also didn't understand. I was like, well, this is weird that my maneuver is so powerful, but okay.
Sorry, I got so excited. So your
Attacks aren't versus tests anyway.
Yeah.
So if I had attacked and they had attacked, it would have been different as well.
it would have been different. Yeah, I don't know what game am I playing. The Bombardier explodes on himself, and and they're impeded for next round, and they get -1 die permanently now because the Bombardier's out of the fight for the moment.
Right.
And does that reduce their nature, or they continue rolling 8 dice for everything?
Yeah, so their total die pool is down by
Goes
1.
down. Yeah.
period now.
So now they roll
now
7
they're rolling
dice.
7 dice.
But they'll roll 6 dice on the next turn
But
because I also
this
beat
next
them.
turn, they're
Yeah.
gonna roll 6
Okay,
dice,
great.
which is a maneuver.
Great. Well, we are attacking, so
They try to fence you in with the spears. They seem to be trying to force you out of the room.
well, we're not.
Well, I am
interested.
forcefully running at them into the room and sling bulleting at them, trying to knock the people out of the way that are like guarding that prisoner that's there. I want to get to the prisoner.
And
Paul-
while you
Yeah,
do
go
that,
ahead.
I turn my spear sideways and like drive it into them to set you up with some shots.
All right.
I'm gonna throw another leg at them.
Yeah, you've got
but
ammo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you couldn't help on this one.
Oh, it's fighter. Yeah, never mind.
Mhm.
Well,
Sorry.
you can
I'm
throw a
still-
leg.
Huh?
Yeah, you can throw a leg. It just doesn't count as a +1 die for this action.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
Do it anyway.
Let's
do it.
No, let's say
I'm gonna toss
I'm-
me a leg, and I'll
Yeah.
swing that.
You've probably got a leg by you already.
Yeah.
Asterios is just spending this time wrestling a leg off of the spider.
For next time.
I pick up the last leg he threw, and I sweep him.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah. Into the bone zone, into the danger zone for Tarvis.
All right. So I have
We've got bone wise.
a fighter of 3. I have 2 help.
Mhm.
I'm sick.
Mm.
So that's 4.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, you
And
can't practice, learn, or advance.
Cannot advance.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's
And
locked until he gets rid
I
of that fucking sick.
right. And I don't have any persona points, so I can't add anything to this. So I'm definitely rolling 4 dice.
Okay. But first, Luke's gonna roll some stuff. Oh. Oh,
Use
Luke and
all your
his
successes
hubris.
on
He
the-
sang us a song about 7.
I also
then-
got 1 success.
Ooh, it's a
But you
tie.
could,
No,
you
you
could,
might.
you could. Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
might.
We got
Yeah,
mine.
we
break
kill
the
them.
time,
They all die.
they'll die.
That's how that
Wait,
works.
why does that only say 1 success, Paul? Because you did greater than 6. You got 2
Oh!
successes.
I
Paul, you got 2
I got 2
successes.
successes. I got 2 successes.
It's the same as if
I
you
wrote
rolled
the
a
thing.
1.
What the hell? I don't know why I typed that.
Just
I
don't
was-
even
Do
do
we
that.
still-
Don't type stuff. Click the button
Yeah.
on the.
Because
Right.
of our might, we still deal an extra damage, right?
And you do extra damage.
So it's 3. We deal 3 damage to them.
You do.
Oh, sorry,
No, 'cause
we
maneuver.
deal
They're, right. Their maneuver
deal 2.
reduces it by 1. Right.
Nice.
Yep, then maneuver.
Excellent.
Okay, now we're in better shape. It's around this time where we'll definitely get screwed and lose in the next round. But the first round went well, just like in the
Right.
spider fight.
Just like
Yeah.
how always, just always. is how-
Well, sometimes they go really poorly in the first round.
Oh yeah, love those.
It's classic.
Those are worse. This is better. We're getting better.
We're getting better.
Soon our conflicts will start to go bad in the 3rd round.
Oh man,
That's the dream.
we can dream.
You'd love to see it.
All right, so that was nice.
Now we will let Luke choose and then come up with clever plans.
Right, we don't need to say anything about our life situations until Luke puts his cards down.
Okay, triple feint, guys. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think that it's got a lot going for it.
All right. Yeah, it's just chaos in here. There's just kobolds running all over the place, running into each other, just
Bombs exploding.
like stabbing the prisoner by accident.
It's actually
or
quite
maybe on
comical.
purpose.
Kiara's not laughing.
So, Luke, in a maneuver, if someone gets a rearm, is it only they rearm, or like?
No,
But they make it-
anyone, any relevant.
You could
rearm.
spend the point for the rearm for somebody else.
Yeah, because right, the gain position is for the person.
Yeah,
next
just want to
to
make sure.
mine.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's not get too fancy with this.
Well, some things are very fancy.
You are very fancy.
Yes, but Kiara's not.
And so Asterios is leading, has to go first with the attack this time, or with the
I
whatever
have to
we
go.
do.
I have to go. Do I have to go first, or do I just have to go?
You must go next.
Oh.
Yeah. And honestly, well, so the problem is a defend is not what we need for this first action.
But a maneuver could be.
Are you any good at maneuvers?
No, but
I mean,
I'll do it.
Well, and if nothing else, in a maneuver is based on health, so you will get 3 help dice on a maneuver. All 3 of us can help with the
I mean,
maneuver.
we all have combat. We all have fighter also.
That's true.
But
So what?
That's true. Actually, do you want to do something that uses the fighter skill, even though you're garbage at it? And have
Oh,
less
to
health
get
queue,
some fighter
and then
skill
you'll get the
points.
fighter skill.
Yeah, well, I won't get the fighter skill. I'd have to get 3 more tests. I have not fought a single time during this.
Right, but like,
Right.
you'll
Gotta
get
start
closer.
somewhere.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
another option.
Yeah, whatever. I'm probably just gonna. We're gonna get some checks on this, baby.
Do you think that Luke is going to attack first? Do we think his first action is attack?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is the part of the game that stresses me out the most, and so I am super cool with other people making this decision.
Good. This is a part of the game. I'm really into it. Do we think that Luke's first action is attack?
Why would it be an attack?
I don't know. I can't think of a good reason why it would be attack. This is a sort of leading line of questioning.
Yeah.
If it isn't attack, maybe we should do feint. Because feint damages everything except attack.
Right.
Funny how that works.
Right. So we'll knock like any successes we get. Like it's an independent test against defend and maneuver. And it just straight up kills kobolds.
I could make an argument for feint, attack, and then defend for the third round to pick up the difference.
In case we're alive.
All
right.
right.
In case we're
All right,
like,
baby.
haven't knocked him out.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I
Corey,
mean, do we think he's got a last round feint in there just to prevent the defend?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But like,
well, if our feint works in that first round, it won't
Right.
matter.
right. Because if we get
If we-
feint and attack and they both land, we'll probably knock him down. Because if you go second and you crossbow him,
So this is, I would not call this high risk. I would call this medium risk, but I
Yeah.
think this some solid medium risk here is a feint, attack, defend.
yeah.
But if we want to go a little bit higher risk, we could feint, attack, attack. There's no reason not to.
I like a fad.
I'm gonna fucking die. I
Fast.
love this.
You're not going to die from
You're
a
not gonna
feint.
Die.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, I'm arming the
But
knife. Luke.
established. Oh,
Why
the
don't
knife.
you just
You're
pick up the
equipping the
knife?
crossbow? Pick up the crossbow.
Crossbow's better.
Pick up the crossbow.
It has
Yeah,
plus
but-
1 success.
Yeah, but I gotta get that bracelet.
Okay. All right.
Luke didn't even
Okay.
work that hard. He just kind
Yeah,
of dangled any treasure before me. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
knife. It's the
So-
knife.
Yeah, that's legit.
So what if, with that in mind,
Hey,
so
Luke,
Paul-
we're not wearing face masks and dangling rope this week.
Paul, why do you think that
Streams off.
the first action is not an attack? Because why do you think that is the
Well,
case?
I think that so in general, like all things being equal, is a 25% chance, right?
Sure, of course.
But I think I don't know. I was putting this open to the group, but I feel like in this situation with him down a lot and the kobolds running around and being chaotic, as he described, that the first attack is more likely to be a maneuver or a defend.
If I were Luke right now, I would be like, all right, all these kobolds with them being injured are frenzied. We're going to attack, knowing that we're going to lose, but we're going to force a compromise.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's certainly a possibility.
And if that were Luke's plan, a feint would be strictly good for him.
Oh, of course.
I just think the fate is so hype.
I'm not saying Christopher's wrong, but I will say that I do try to play the creatures more than playing my own savage instincts to murder you all with the conflict rules.
Interesting.
I know it seems the other way.
Interesting that you would claim such audacious nonsense.
It is also guidance for Torchbearer GMs to try not.
Oh, I think that you would make such suggestions to Torchbearer GMs while gleefully murdering your friends. Yeah.
Just tell me what I'm doing, guys. I'm totally ready to go in there.
The other reason why, Christopher, is that we've never done a feint. Like
I
since
know.
the first round, and we've gotten really turned off on them and have been complaining about feints a lot. And so I think that it is more likely
All right,
you would do a maneuver first, but I
Tommy,
could be wrong.
what is your position?
Open to being wrong.
I've heard Paul's arguments. I've heard Corey's lack of argument or responsibility for his actions.
Delight. I am delighted by the idea of doing a feint. I don't necessarily think it's a good idea, but I super think it's a fun idea.
That's kind of how I feel too.
All right, great. We're good. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Oh, interesting. I think it's going to go Asterios. No,
Yeah.
Tarvis is the one to leave out. Your stats are bad right now because you're
Correct.
-1 to everything.
Correct.
I was going to do a weird thing and leave Kiar out, but I think it's going to
No.
go Asterios, Reyna,
Right.
Kiar.
I think
Yeah.
so too. Because and also worst case scenario, if I've got to lead off the next round, it's not the end of the world.
There is a lot of cards out here, and I don't know whose are whose.
I'm working
They're
on it.
all
I'm
ours.
working on it.
All of those are ours.
Whoa, what are these cards up here? Something is okay. This and this should not be here. This should be here. Oh fuck! I'm gonna start all over. Luke, those are your 3 cards. This
hope.
card should be what? Okay, this card should be here, and that's for Asterios. And this card should. We'll do. Yeah, we'll do this card here, and that's for Reyna, and Kiara will go second.
The
All
only
right.
Wait,
condition
Kiara's
you have
going
right now is that you're
Wait.
sick.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait,
So you're going through. You really want to do the thing,
I wanted the attack.
right? You're going third with an attack because
Okay.
I want to make sure you have a chance to. I'm trying to set you up for the thing that Kiara doesn't know about or care about, but Christopher as a player wants Tommy
No,
as a
for
player
sure.
to have his bliss. So it goes Asterios, Kiara, Reyna.
Okay.
All right, let's fucking see. Let's find out if I die. I'm so excited. I'm just terrified.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
Fucking told you people.
I saw how excited Luke was, and I was like, yeah, this is probably. I'm dead.
Oh yeah.
They only roll 6 dice against you.
And you're doing
no.
No.
5.
Yeah.
3. No, 4. No, 5. 5.
And I do
And you-
nothing.
and Kiara's doing a defend next.
He's not.
Kiara's doing a
Wait.
So, yeah, Asterios feels emboldened and steps to the front to take a thwack at one of these, sprawling, mewling creatures, and somebody just stabs him in the side with a spear in the darkness, like from around a stalagmite. Just
Cool. Fun.
Just roll 0 successes. That's not 0 successes.
Yeah.
All right. Asterios is out.
It's so the feint is the worst slap about the feint is that you don't even get a test for it.
Yep.
That's why I would never take the feint action ever. Ever. I would never take it. I would never, ever take it. Never would I.
It's one of the best actions in the game, as Paul pointed out.
Sure. Yeah.
Devastating.
It's
Yep.
bad. It's bad to like having it be our principle that we never take it is terrible.
Yes, it's
Right.
terrible. It makes
It's
it predictable.
really bad. It makes us really, really weak in any conflicts against Luke, who definitely does the thing he claims he doesn't do. So if we don't want, if we don't want Luke,
I
to take
assume that
advantage of
Kiara's
his
going to take
pleasurable.
the next point of damage. There's one more overflow.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Because now Kiara gets +1 die to
correct.
To fighter actions,
fight it. Yeah.
not to health actions like
Correct.
maneuver.
Why are you
What do
maneuvering?
you got?
I thought you were defending.
Oh!
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good
what-
thing I didn't defend,
Yeah,
because if I defended, he would have taken my lunch money.
right.
Oh, I'm taking more than your lunch money.
What do you mean? Feint is not as good against maneuver as it is against defend.
Correct. It is
Okay.
not as good. You're
Okay,
right.
so like I didn't defend in the second slot because
It's defend in the second slot is always a gamble. But they just they were faking
was
What's up,
chaos.
I don't know. I'm just nothing.
stabbing.
I thought we were doing a fad. It's fine.
You might want to help each other.
we should Tommy, you're right. We should have. I moved things around because if we were like, okay, if we're gonna go Fate first, and I made a call and I was wrong.
All right. No, that's fine.
So we all collaborated on being wrong, guys.
Yeah.
It's
This
cool.
isn't you, Tommy.
If they're maneuvering-
You're in the third slot.
I know. I'm gonna help with this maneuver by like cutting a path towards
Oh,
Like I'm going to start moving towards the middle, which is what we're setting
Yeah,
up for
absolutely.
anyway.
I'm gonna keep also.
So what is this thing that's happening right here, Luke?
So this is
Um,
independent, I believe, right?
They are independent.
Yeah. So like he gets to damage us for free, but we still get maneuver benefits.
Yep. You could actually still win this.
Right.
If I roll 4 or fewer successes, is Kiara acting here?
Yeah, I'm maneuvering.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
What do you
Actually,
mean?
if
Am I
I
acting? What do you mean? Am I acting
So
here?
I can't actually win on this action if you don't want me to, because
Between
Kiara
you.
can break his shield here.
I'm not using my shield. I'm using my spear.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
You
sure.
have the shield and spear. That's how
Yeah.
you fight.
Right.
So you can break your shield here to absorb a point of
Okay,
damage.
I thought that I could only bring one into bear mechanically at a time.
Shield essentially counts as armor at that point, right? So it's so yeah, you can't get the plus 2 dice to defend, but you can get the benefit of its protection.
Okay. Anyway, do your thing, and then I'll put together.
So yeah, they surround you and start stabbing you all. Oh, what my mouse is fucked up.
So you're just doing the same roll that you
Sorry.
did last time, right?
Is there a way to arrow that? No.
Yeah, you just press up, and then it brings you the same thing you just most recently did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, great. 2
All right.
successes. That's pretty good.
2 successes.
So that'll take me out and hurt one other person. But first, I get to maneuver, right?
Wait, what? Why does it say 3 successes and 2 successes?
It says 2 successes because that's what you just rolled. 3
That's what
successes
you
was your
rolled. Oh,
previous
my
roll.
I'm confused. Okay, so yeah, 2 successes will take you out and do 1 point of damage.
That's what I just said. So
Yes.
I get to do my maneuver first, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
If you break your shield, only you go down.
If I don't break my shield, only I go down.
Well, yeah, but no one else gets injured, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Not that that's necessarily the good call, but that is what happens.
Yeah, I guess at this point, 1 point. I mean, you're
Yeah,
at the
it
same
doesn't super matter.
compromise level. Okay.
Right.
Yep. So.
All right. So
Set-
Tom, you
set up
said you
Reyna, yeah.
explained how you're helping. Tarvis, you helping?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're both charging toward the middle because I want to get that guy.
I assume the second point's coming off Tarvis.
Definitely.
Okay. So here's my roll.
Ooh.
Man, I could really explode the shit out of it, but I don't know that it would do us any good.
Oh wow, that's a lot of 6s.
Yeah.
I mean, it would.
6 successes.
Let's see.
Wow.
How do I do the thing where I make this card bigger? I still can't successfully do it. Every time I try to, it doesn't.
I just
work.
zoom
It
in on
would
the
definitely.
whole.
You
6 successes.
You can drag. You can drag the corners of the card.
Okay,
Does that help?
that'll work. Yeah, that does
Yeah.
it. I don't think I can. I think you can.
So
Um,
it is beneficial because
So right now we can do. But does disarming their weapon work, Luke? If I disarm you, what does that do?
That will give -1 die. That
Okay, so I could do 2 -1s.
and a plus
Okay.
2 already.
And so the trick is if I explode it, I have a chance of also rearming. But I don't super care about rearming the hand
Yeah.
axe as much as because Reyna could just go pick up the crossbow and use it.
Right.
but the hand axe offers the defensive attack action. I mean, I don't know. It's
Right,
up
but
to
the
you.
odds that we get 4 more and +2 -2 is really good for the next attack. So
Right. That's what.
But
If I leave it where it is right now, you get Reyna gets a +2 to her next action, and you get a -2 to your next action.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to buy them in order. You could buy rearm and gain position, for example, here with the 6 successes.
But that doesn't give you the -2, and giving you a -2 is helpful to our continued existence.
You give me a -1. You can
I
only
give you a -1 from impede and another -1 from disarm weapon.
Oh, sure. Okay,
Because you just said that disarm weapon would give you a -1.
sure.
But you could explode it and get everything. Is that what we're?
Yeah.
No,
the only other thing you could get requires 4 more successes, which is
Right.
really unlikely even with rerolling 3. Like it's like
rolling
technically
3d6
possible,
is
but-
unlikely to result in 4 successes.
Yeah.
Because it would require at least 1 more 6, probably more than 1 more 6.
All right, so I'm impeded and disarmed, and Reyna has +2 dice to
Correct.
do the deed.
Yeah.
Yep, great.
the deed.
Okay,
Maneuver versus.
All right. This is good. It's versus attack.
great. Well,
And
I'm
so-
moving in to get that bracelet with
Yep.
my knife.
All right, make a criminal test.
What's the obstacle on this?
Yeah. I'm giving it for you right now. 1. You need 1 success.
Great.
Take a check.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Give
you
us
could get a check.
Get a check.
Oh, yeah. Well,
This seems like a
I'm rolling 3 dice here.
yeah. You only need 1
So-
success.
And it's free.
And you
from-
and you
free
win ties
Oh, I win ties?
Yeah, because we have
because of
knight.
might.
This is not a even. Yes,
It's not a,
Luke's
this is a
nodding.
contested.
Great.
No, this is not a might-based test.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, this is we're doing a non-combat test in the middle of this combat because of Tommy's instinct.
Yeah. All right. I'll take the check. Can I use the same trait against myself multiple times?
Nope. You can only use a trait against yourself once per trait cycle.
How long is a trait cycle?
Until you refresh the trait, you can only use it against yourself.
Okay.
once.
Yeah. Great.
Okay,
Whatever.
that is the question. How long? When do traits refresh?
Yeah, that is a good question. Start of the session. No one has let me change the rule. Tor and Topi have not let me change the rule, so it's still start of the session.
Oh yeah, because you want to change it to camp, right?
I
Yeah.
want to change it to camp.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about that right now.
Yeah, thank you. What I'm gonna do is I am just like a little too excited about this, and I'm like just a little the whole call, just a little glamour. Like I just get a little too glamorous as I get close. Take this bracelet. Like the excitement kind of takes me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a -1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifted.
Problem solved.
Great. And I'm gonna. Do I have time to stash it in my inner pocket?
No, it's in one hand right now.
Okay.
It's in the offhand from the knife.
Okay.
But you still get to stab.
Yeah, and then I stab.
Yep. It's poetic. Versus so
Luke, what are these 2 1s you rolled?
That was the kobold's
Nope.
nature to resist being thieved from.
Right. That was to set the obstacle for the criminal test.
Oh,
Correct. Also that. But this is now I'm going to roll my my maneuver.
I believe it's 3 dice because you were 5 dice before, and I gave you a -2.
And no kobolds
But
have
I'm-
died.
4 dice because I have. Oh no, I'm disarmed. Right. So I got no weapon. So 3 dice. Yep. Great. Ready? Oof.
There we go.
Yes.
Ravage him.
Great. So now I just roll my new and improved fighter,
Correct.
which is 3.
I cannot help you. I'm sleepy.
Anyone else?
I can help you.
Tarvis can help.
I can help you. I'm gonna keep got my sling. I'm running around. My little hobbit pattering feet running around, distracting them. Continuing to help. Firing slings in a distracting manner.
I would argue that Asterios is more helpful when taken out of the conflict.
When he's,
But
he's
he
not,
does. We don't have to put him.
running underfoot.
Yeah.
You get their might drops. There's only 4 of them now, so their might drops to 1.
Great.
And so you have a +2 success differential here.
Okay. And do I also get I only get the 1 help, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, because everybody else is dead.
Right. And we don't have any we didn't get bonuses from the maneuver.
You're using your crossbow, though. Right?
No, you got.
I gave you. Yeah, I gave you a
maneuver.
+2. I
You
gave
get
you
a
a
+2.
+2 from the maneuver.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
+2 dice for maneuver. Yep.
No, this is knife,
position.
Corey, because I needed to
The knife times.
knife times.
Yeah.
Lifetime is the right time to fight crime.
Jesus.
What?
It's a
Wow.
TJ.
Wow.
It's a Luke roll.
What the?
But
But that's something.
Yeah.
But that does 2 extra, and then your 1 damage because your might differential and your successes. It's just old sawback.
Nice.
Oh boy.
That's
Our
actually
old
the
enemy.
best possible result for you.
Yes,
Right.
it's true.
That really is.
It is.
Because now Sawback rolls how just 1 die as attack.
2 dice. 2 dice.
Okay.
But you still get to pull 3 cards, right, Luke?
Correct.
Yep. Sawback will go
And
on
so do
all
we.
the actions. Yep.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or go home.
Right.
What did I choose?
You
Right.
chose 3 feints.
I don't know. Or did I choose 3 attacks, 3 maneuvers, 3 defends? Did I choose ADFM? I don't know. That's
He's
4
smiling
actions.
like
Can't
a
choose
guy who
anything.
chose 3 feints. I'm just saying.
Come at me, bruz. Come
Yep.
at me. Find out. Visit
It's
my
good.
kobold hole. And
I'd really like to get a defend in here, but I feel like that's a bad idea.
Just triple defend.
That's how we
Because if
die.
Yeah, but if
he
we're
did-
gonna die anyway because we're gonna get a bad compromise, right? So like if he faints, he's only rolling 2 dice. So if he faints, say we could do defend first, he fainted first, right? No problem. We don't get to do shit. He just rolls some dice. He only gets 2 dice though. He can't kill us, right? So then we have a defend next, right? Like wherever, like that means that is the best chance to defend a land, right? If we want to get a better compromise. Triple
Yeah, I mean, we need.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
And if Luke
Like-
is even a little bit serious about, I try to play the monsters and not the
Right.
the thing. Like, there's no way he's got a fucking kobold like, huh, huh.
I don't know, man.
Like,
I mean,
I don't know.
Sawback's kind of clever.
nope.
Here's the thing is I'm convinced at this point we're in a really bad situation. Our
Right.
back's up
It's
against
really
the wall.
bad.
2.5 of us are dead.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I agree. Defend,
Right
defend,
now,
defend.
we've got more than half of our health loss, so I don't care. If we say we script something and we end with 3 hit points and he ends at 0, no more damage taken. We still get a terrible compromise.
Right.
Like-
So I'm convinced on that. No,
Yeah.
I'm convinced on the triple defend. The question is, which one of you 2 is better at defending?
Well, it's not me, but I have to go first. So
That means you also have to go third.
I've also got to go third. So that's what's happening
Good point.
Why do you have to go first?
because I
You didn't go last round. Right. All right. So we're Tarvis, Reina Tarvis.
Cool.
Can somebody pick up my shield, Luke, or is that nonsense?
between rounds.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah?
I can use
Seriously?
a shield, I believe.
Wasn't disarmed, so I'll be nice.
Yeah.
I nice is good, but I also want is this the actual rule in the game? Like,
There's no rule for
It's
that.
ambiguous.
It's deliberately ambiguous.
all right. So yeah, Tarvis, if
Then
you're
I will
if you're
pick it
gonna
up because
charge in a
I can
shield,
use shields. I
Yeah.
can actively use shields.
it gives you plus fucking 2 dice to
Yeah,
defend.
defend.
So if you're gonna defend twice,
That is what I will equip then.
hell yeah.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Yep.
Of
All right.
course.
So
Yeah.
so do nothing.
problem. Yep.
He rolls 2 dice, and we just
So-
hope he rolls like a 1 and a 3.
He is not afraid of.
He's disarmed, so he rolls
of
only 1 die.
Tarvis. Oh, he equips in between rounds.
What is
So
he
hold
rolling?
on.
Yeah.
When Reyna's hand axe was disarmed by the maneuver thing, you said that it can't be just picked back up. It has to be picked up using the maneuver rearm,
Sure.
right?
He didn't pick up his spear.
Okay. I'm
He-
just trying to figure out where the rules.
Right, but he, like us, has multiple weapons.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm happy to close. Red of Tooth and Claw is the rule on page 177 of the Scholar's Guide. Monsters
Right.
have too many defenses and survival mechanisms to list. They do not count as unarmed if they don't have a weapon listed for conflict. And they don't suffer -1d to the unarmed penalty in this case and cannot be disarmed of their natural weapons. He was using a spear before, so he took a spear away, so he suffered the disarm penalty.
Right.
But he has natural weapons.
Yeah. And he
Um,
just clawing at us.
He's just claws. Yeah.
Cool.
That is not on my page 177.
Monstrous weapons. Well, the thing is shifting. It's in the Denizens chapter. Red of Tooth and Claw.
In fact, Red of Tooth and Claw isn't in my Scholar's Guide at all. So I think that I have an old Scholar's Guide, even
That
though
rule has been in there since first edition.
the phrase Red of Tooth and Claw doesn't come up in a search.
That's weird. Okay,
Like, I believe you. I'm just curious. I want to know.
we'll sort it out later. All right. Sorry, Tarvis. He's not afraid of you.
I know. All right.
There you go. So
You
Tarvis,
want
you're
to
out.
break the shield? That'll keep you in the fight and no damage.
Yes.
And then it means you'll do a third action.
Right.
If you don't break the shield, you don't get a third
then I
action.
don't. So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, totally.
All right.
That's
So
correct
yeah.
use for that.
So
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it.
yeah, you tussle with him, and yeah, he's trying to he tries to slip past the shield. You get it between you two. You dance around, throw him off the shield, and end up like shattering the shield against one of the stalagmites.
Yep, love it.
Good use of shield. All right.
That's another feint.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep. Luke plays the monsters.
Yeah.
Doesn't try to just murder us.
We'll
Right.
talk about this in a minute.
I did call this.
You did.
Yeah. you wanna say.
No. Oh, absolutely. We
So
all
what
we all
Tommy said
did.
is right.
We all
right?
did.
It's like in Torchbearer when you fail a skill, you still get a test for it.
Yeah, see, this is
Right.
you're being punished for not playing the monsters.
Right.
That's okay.
This
Yeah.
All right. Let's see that third feint.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
Tarvis and Sawtooth and Reyna locked in a death struggle. Reyna trying to pull
Mhm.
Sawtooth off of Tarvis. Sawtooth flailing.
There you go.
right. So I'm dead and Rain is
Yeah.
down to 1.
This is strictly worse than where we were
Strictly.
before.
So one, we can't talk about faint without somebody doing it. Two,
That is playing the monsters. You're right.
we can't. They're one of the interesting quirks of the Torchbearer system is farming the monster with the low dice monster with 1 hit point and like farming your dispo all the way back up to full because you're just going to defend. So if you want to say that's playing your characters as much as I am, like we can have that argument. So they're just
We never made the claim to be playing our characters and not the system. We have been attempting to game the system from the beginning. You claimed you were not gaming the system. So we made no high-handed claim of not playing gaming the system. We have been trying to game the system.
Great that you try to game the system, Luke. I just try to
You,
be honest about
you
it.
specifically bring out you specifically bring out your excuse every time you're like, we try and guess what you're gonna do based on the strategically correct action. You're like, no, I play the monsters. Don't try and think about what I
Well, now you
don't
know
try
my
and make
tell.
intelligent decisions.
you know my tell.
But this, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you get a failed test, you get a failed test still, and it's good. What Tommy said before this round was exactly perfect. This is the test for if Luke actually is really playing the monsters or gaming the system, and we've succeeded in that test that Tommy said. So now we know.
Yeah,
Now we know what Luke's doing.
the shitty thing about the feint versus defend interaction is that we don't even get a failed test. Like, well, at least you get a check here, or at least you get like a failed click. It's just like, no, you just get pain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Also, I felt a little called out by Christopher saying never scripted to faint, never script a feint ever. So I've scripted 4 of them.
Yeah, I saw.
You know,
I didn't say never script a feint ever. I said I don't like feint. Like, yeah.
I think there was a little more absolutulism in there.
I said I would never script a feint. I didn't say Luke, you should never script a feint.
Okay. Reyna, do you want to finish this?
What do you want, buddy?
TPK.
That's so tempting.
It is.
Oh, get our Wednesday nights back.
We can play Burning Wheel.
Well, the compromise at 1 hit point in a kill conflict isn't much better than losing.
Oh, Luke, you're selling it. You're selling it.
I've been here, man. It's brutal. I had my 5th level elf lose a conflict like this.
Wow.
Oof.
All right, I'm just want to look at them for a sec. So maneuver is independent of feint. So feint is just canceled by attack. And
Feint
other than that
is straight up crushed by attack.
and then other than that is independent of everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's versus feint, right?
So
and
it's
versus feint. That's right.
It's versus feint. It's independent of maneuver, and it completely cancels defend, much like attack completely cancels feint.
Right. Right.
So attacking a feint is super good. Defending against a feint is super bad.
Super bad. And then maneuvering against feint is okay. Maneuvering and feint
It's
against
not
a feint
great.
are okay.
It's not great because the feint it gets.
I
to be
mean,
an
do we
attack
think this
against
is
you.
feint again?
Attack, defend, attack. That's what you should do.
That's pretty reasonable.
In my opinion.
Christopher?
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't very much.
Luke's changing his actions.
I'm changing my actions. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So after we've already had some discussion of what we might do, Luke's changing his actions. So now I really don't think it matters.
No. Well, I mean, nothing matters in life.
Right. Correct.
Existence is pointless.
Wow, good point. Okay, so now do we think it's feint? Okay.
No, I think that
No,
it might have
I
been
think it's not.
feint, and he changed it away from it because he didn't want more ribbing. Possibly. Who knows?
That seems likely.
We won't get to see all three of them anyway because someone will kill the other one most likely
Yeah,
on
it's
the
almost
first
certainly
action,
gonna be over.
and then he won't show us the rest of them.
For sure. So, I mean,
It is all you, Tommy.
yeah, I guess the question is,
I'm content. All the things I've said have been stupid tonight. So anything you want to do.
do we think it's
That's great.
it's another feint up front?
There's a
Yeah,
decent
I wouldn't.
chance,
I
but it's
wouldn't
hard to
open
know.
with attack. I mean, I wouldn't open with defend.
Okay. Um,
I think that what Corey said about attack, defend, attack is pretty fine, but like,
I mean,
Luke has already informed us. Winning with 1 hit point left is scarcely better than losing. So
right.
Well, losing is just death. Like you do survive at 1 hit point.
Who's you?
You want to know what you're up against here?
I mean, doesn't
know.
matter. Like,
Yes, I would love to know.
All right. So the rule's called "Killing is My Business" on page 78. If you have the same version of the Scholar's Guide that I do. All right. If you tie a kill conflict, which is possible, 0-0, you and your opponents both die gloriously.
Love it.
If you lose a kill conflict or earn a major compromise, which would be the state here. So this would be if you take him out, the compromise that he earns could be to cause a cave-in, massive collateral damage. He reduces your nature by 1, your max nature, and removes a nature descriptor or a trait as you are so badly injured. He dies, but kills all but one of you. Or he is
where is it that he kills all but one of us? I only see that we all die, but we kill all but one of him.
That's if you lose.
Yeah.
That's if
okay.
he's the loser here.
Oh, see, I'm assuming that we're losing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's depending on who wins or who loses. That's
if you lose, you're dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. And when you say remove a nature descriptor, you mean like from each of us? Like everyone's max nature goes down by 1?
Yeah.
Like if you went with that, okay.
Yeah.
Or remove a trait. Jesus.
No,
Right.
and remove a trait.
Or either
remove a nature descriptor or remove a trait. You do your nature value goes down by 1, and then also you either remove a nature descriptor or remove a trait.
So if I do have a feint on the first action, again, your best move, of course, is attack. Your second best move is feint.
Yeah.
If I have an attack in the first action,
Then
but if I also have a defend somewhere in there, then feint, blah blah blah. But
I almost want to say just attack, but I also almost want to say like roll a die.
I mean, my instinct is either like, I don't know, defend, attack, or defend, attack, defend, or defend, right? Like start with the defend, go from there.
Yeah, if it's a feint, that means we just lose, but it probably isn't a feint after all this, but maybe it is. Like,
I could see it being a feint after all this.
right.
So, I mean, the question is like, do we want to just go out gloriously TPK, or do you three want to roll new characters and Raina acts like there's nothing weird happening here?
Either way is it's funny to me. I like the. I'm cool. Like whatever you do. Like if we die gloriously, that's awesome. If like I don't know, it's just the whole.
Yeah, I mean, Asterios already lost his main thing in the last combat.
Right.
So my character is more or less over either way.
Yeah.
You got a party with a bunch of level 1 assholes. Okay. No, it's fine. All right.
All right, you think about this. I'm going to be looking at the other character classes.
Quite the vote of confidence.
I'm just hedging my bets. I love making characters.
Good. I do too. Like I never that much care if my characters die in dungeon crawlers because making characters is my favorite part. I'm excited to see what Tony's doing.
I mean, I think we have a decent chance.
Oh,
we have a decent chance.
We do. There's always a chance.
Hang on. I'm still thinking.
Where are the character classes again?
They're close to the beginning of the player's book. They're like.
Are they in the Dungeoneer's Handbook?
Yeah, Dungeoneer's Handbook.
Yeah.
I think in your version, the chapter's called "You All Meet in an Inn."
Ah, that one. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Sawtooth protecting his babies. Oh,
Nice.
It was a feint.
Yep. Don't roll 0 successes.
Or
doesn't matter.
do? Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh
you
yeah, it
might
doesn't matter. Oh yeah, so get a check for yourself.
Yeah.
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Oh, can you actually? You used 2 traits already for checks.
Yeah, I have 3 traits.
Oh, dope.
Yep. And the last trait is scarred, and I'm not doing good. Like I've seen this before. This is not good.
All your friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. So I kind of flash back and take a penalty.
It's cool though. At least it's not your fault.
It's true. People get what they deserve.
People do get what they deserve.
No problem.
2 successes. Yep, 2 successes.
Yes.
Nothing I can do there. You were gonna win.
Why did you
Destiny.
roll? You did a doesn't faint.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he got.
Doesn't
He's just
matter.
going down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm. Yeah, you get +2 on top of that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You slaughter him. All right. So you won.
Feels like it.
I really like the story where all of us die and Reyna has that gold, also loots the spider stuff, sneaks out the back way of this dungeon, and everything is fine with her for the rest of her life. Like, I think that is so perfect of an arc for Reyna. I'm not saying that that's what we should definitely do, but oh my god, is that awesome. Like, Reyna's like shitty actions have no consequences and all the rest of us die is like a really funny Torchbearer outcome to me.
Right. So that is an option.
Yeah.
That's one of the compromise options. There's actually one that that we didn't talk about here, and actually is that you all are bathed in the blood of your enemies and you're fine, but it turns out that you have a new enemy in Sawback, and Sawback and company aren't dead. Right, that they're left for dead but survive. It's a possibility.
I would love to see a bunch of kobolds haunting us, like they bombardiered over their own dick.
But also, like, I understand that death is a meaningful moment for every player and their character. And so if you are like, I'm done with the game, or I'm done with this character, and you just want to take one for the team, that is fine. If you want to claw your way back from the edge of death with being badly injured or maimed, that's also fine. I don't think that the conflict would cause a cave-in. I don't think that's on the table.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
Yeah,
we did anything that would.
definitely have had those, but we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I think Paul's stance in terms of choosing a major compromise result that is the most interesting to the story is the right one. There's a mulligan result here where essentially you think that you slaughtered them, but he lives to come for revenge. He's obviously, he would be in a very difficult spot with all conditions, except for dead. I guess that should be dead and fresh. You're fresh and sick.
Like my beats.
Yeah.
That's strong, Christopher. Good one.
Thanks.
Or if you want to like feel like you earned this and you're all scarred up but alive, that's also possible. What is the most interesting result here?
I do have a question mechanically.
Yep.
Decreasing our nature in this way does not reset our nature, correct?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, because it would be a forced reset on your nature. So your nature max would drop by 1, and then your current would pop up to that max.
I was gonna do that anyway. So
well, then I could just take, if you want to do that anyway, I could take a trait.
huh?
Well, our nature still goes down either way. The nature value goes down, and then you take a trait or
a descriptor.
a descriptor, but the number is going down either way.
And the descriptor just goes away. It doesn't get replaced.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to use running anymore that you can use for all this sort of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's honestly one of the worst things I can do to you. Losing a nature descriptor.
Bad.
I've had it happen to my characters, and you don't get a nature descriptor back until 8th level or something. So you're missing a limb for a long time.
It's interesting. My nature descriptors have very rarely come up for my character. I am, most of the time that I'm interacting with my nature, I'm taxing it because my nature descriptors just
boasting, demanding, and running.
Yeah. That's not Kiar.
They don't really line up with my character very much either. But
Well, you can't help but be human.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. On the one hand, like, there's a temptation to just sort of be like, throw up my hands and be like, fuck it, Asterios is dead. I'll roll another character or whatever. On the other hand, I do kind of like Asterios.
And they'd have to start at level 1, right, Luke? If they-
Yeah, but you would get up to 3 fate and 3 persona from your spiritual inheritor.
Yeah.
You get the
Hmm.
you're the, I think it's the rule is called the heir to the pauper's throne.
Yeah. Yeah,
Perfect.
where I am, like, I feel like Tarvis's arc is sort of like at a reasonable end, given what he's. I mean, like, it could go on, but also like it could be reasonable end. But I feel like Asterios and Kiar both are like on a longer arc that has other stuff going on with them. So I get like how you feel the other way. So like for me, thinking about Tarvis, I was like last session, I was like, Tarvis is going to die, and that's cool. And I come in with like a reason why, right? And then so now like
He didn't die.
it's still, and I didn't die, but like it's still there. It's like, oh yeah,
Right.
it happened. But I'm cool with whatever.
I feel like I should like abstain because like the worst case scenario here is so good for like, but like it's not. I don't know that it's fair that Reyna is the protagonist of the whole fucking thing.
Well, that's the thing is the worst case scenario is good for Reyna. Is it good for Tommy?
Oh yeah, if Reyna gets to sneak away and like loot the spider, like that rules. I mean, if you guys don't
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's awesome, but
But I don't like, again, that's a way of saying like, no, obviously this was all about Reyna the whole time. And while
Right.
Reyna thinks that, I don't know that we like, I don't know that should be true for us.
there's something so postmodern about that. I just really like it. That's where I'm coming from. Like it's like
Right.
it just does it for me.
I'll be honest. I'm just sort of demoralized, like IRL, and so I'm having trouble like coming to a decision that I'm excited about.
Sure, understandable.
This ignoble end here feels much like what you get in the year 2020.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
stands to reason.
Yeah. I don't know. I think probably what I would vote for Asterios is bring down nature and lose extravagant by being hideously scarred.
Cool. Let's do it. Let's go there. So yeah, knock your nature down. The thing though is that you do lose extravagant, but you also are now limited to 3 traits max.
Was I not before?
You know, you could have max 4.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
so you lose a trait and a descriptor and a point?
No,
no, you lose a trait or a descriptor.
a trait or descriptor, right?
Right. And so you're saying that he's losing.
So you'll gain new traits. Everyone will gain new traits once we do a long rest, once we do a respite. And you just naturally gain traits or change traits as you play.
Okay.
You have a maximum of 4 traits.
Okay.
Any one character. So taking that result in a kill conflict locks you down to max 3 traits, which is not the worst penalty. Like it's you like Tommy has 3 traits and does quite well.
I only have 3 traits as well. My concern is what
I only
where
have 2.
I'm trying to read the thing. I'm trying to find out where in here it says that it removes a max, because only if you remove a trait do you lose that trait slot.
Reduce opponent's nature by 1.
Yeah.
And their max nature.
Right.
Actually, so that's confusing. Let's rewrite that. Reduce opponent's maximum nature rating by 1.
Sure.
And
And then it says either remove a nature descriptor or remove a trait
Trait.
and that trait slot.
Yeah.
And so Corey, are you losing a trait? I thought you were losing a nature
No,
descriptor.
I'm losing a trait.
Oh, okay. This is where I was confused. Sorry, I thought extravagant was a nature descriptor for some reason.
No, extravagant is a trait, which I was thinking about losing anyway.
Okay. Tarvis,
Yes.
what do you think?
So what are my options?
can suffer the same fate as Asterios. If you're Asterios and Reyna living means that you can't. You lose a kill conflict. No, Asterios choosing this. I think this limits things.
I think that everybody has to do the same
everyone
thing.
has to do it.
Right.
If Asterios chooses
I didn't realize that.
That's okay. You made a decision. It's good.
No, I think that's fine. I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So what are my choices within that?
Wait,
So
unless
I've gotta
you guys
lose a
want to
trait.
do the vendetta thing. That thing is the vendetta
No.
thing is also cool from a story.
I'm honestly not interested in the arc of these kobolds. I feel like they're a speed bump in what we're trying to do, and they're like, look at how important we are, and we're like, not really, actually.
So yeah, you're gonna lose a max nature point and reset your current nature to that, and then you're gonna either remove a nature descriptor or remove one of your traits and its attendant slot.
And you don't decide that, Luke. I thought that the other person.
Yeah, do you choose or do I choose?
You can choose. It's fine.
I will lose the riddling nature descriptor.
Oof. And this playtest has opened up my mind to some other options for halflings, and we reshape the halfling nature descriptors so that they can get different. They can start with different nature descriptors aside from sneaking and merrymaking. The riddling.
Oh, okay.
So it's interesting. Yeah. Anyway, fantastic.
All right.
That leaves Kiar.
Does Reyna not lose one?
Reyna. Reyna is also badly injured. Yep.
Kiara's nature goes from 3 to 2. And loses the nature descriptor of boasting because he never did anyway.
All right.
Okay, so Reyna's nature goes from 3 to 2. And
it's tough for Reyna. 3 good traits, 3 good descriptors. You can't get rid of. If you lose hold recall, you have to choose between being human and troll. Forever, locked into one.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna lose Scarred.
Something breaks in Reyna. Something is healed by this process.
Yeah, that's. It's like I've been here before. I've been in this situation before. Scarred was the last one I used, so I tried to be clever. We tried being clever and farming Dispo back up. But when I gave into that, and I was just like, I'm just going to end it. And I finally killed Sawback. I learned the lesson, and that's don't worry about anyone else.
You did learn a lesson. It's quiet down here in the caverns. It's so quiet now. No more chittering and barking of kobolds. Just sadness. Just the sounds of silent sadness. Asterios' candle dimly lighting the way, guttering on its last turn. Do you want to follow the map and make the ascent?
I'm gonna get to the spider place.
Yeah.
Spider nest.
Yeah.
You find yourself. You climb the esophageal tunnel, and you come to a fork in the road. You haven't been here before. You can go left, or you can continue straight. There are webs, errant webs all around here. And there's a little seepage of water on the ground.
This is up where the desk was?
Past that now,
Up in the throat.
Oh.
Because there's a desk place, and then you go up the throat to the next
Right.
place up there.
Yep.
Right.
You say go right.
Yep.
There's a wall there. You can go straight or left.
Okay.
Go left.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry, Ed.
I mean, sappers for making tunnels more than knowing things about tunnels, right?
Yeah.
I thought sappers for blowing up tunnels.
All right.
Also
I want to
Mostly
scout.
blowing
I want to scout left. I want to like poke ahead left.
Oh, hey, how many you
Okay.
need? Now that my nature's only 2, does that mean that I automatically dungeoneer?
If you have any skills that where you have tests equal to your current max nature, then yes, you open those skills immediately.
I'm a dungeoneer now.
Nice.
Nice.
How do you determine the initial exponent for that?
2. It's always 2.
So it's 2.
Yeah, it's
cool,
not
cool.
like Burning Wheel.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Tommy, you see a
Oh, so I'm a
Yeah.
dungeoneer level 2?
at 2. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I thought it was
Uh,
dungeoneer 1.
You see a mummified corpse down that tunnel, but it is dark beyond that. You don't have a light.
I light a torch.
It's still dark. He still doesn't have a light.
I light a torch and I walk up to
light a
Raina.
candle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go along to help Scout.
So we're all together. Right, Asterios?
Sure. Yeah.
I've got a torch. Raina's got a candle.
Great. Just making a note.
Love it when
Alright.
notes get made.
There is at the end of this tunnel, it's probably 20, 25 feet long cave, shimmering with a silvery veil. There is a web encrusted mouth low to the tunnel floor at the end here.
Does anyone know anything about that? Does folklore give me anything about
Like
a web
a-
encrusted mouth?
By mouth, do you mean like a creature's mouth, or do you mean like a hole?
Opening.
An opening,
Yeah.
a cave mouth.
No
No folklore about this aside from do not go in web encrusted caves. Tommy.
And there's no like teeth in this mouth which count as bones.
No, not an actual mouth. That was
Right.
a figure of speech.
Asterios crawls into the mouth, muttering to himself.
All right.
Wow, you really are on tilt.
It's not extravagant anymore. What's the point?
Yeah.
He's
No,
fucking depressed. He lost his book. He's scarred.
No fancy hats ever again.
There are a lot of webs, but it's dark in here.
I pass my torch down into the mouth hole.
I take it.
Okay. It immediately begins to sizzle and smoke as it starts to burn through the webbing.
Mm,
But yeah, you are in Utan's lair.
great.
It is covered in webs and desiccated husks of kobolds.
Do you want some help down there?
Maybe there's a human in here.
Yes, it seems entirely fine. There's a human in here?
Well, desiccated husk of a human.
Desiccated test of a human. Yeah.
Oh, did we
Asterios-
save that human when we
Yeah,
killed all
I
the
definitely.
kobolds? There was a human that was
Yeah.
tied up, and we killed all the kobolds. That means that
We skipped an important thing, but yes, we'll
Yeah.
get back to him in a second.
Cool.
okay.
Yeah, it's actually very important to Tarvis. I was just thinking of my.
Yeah.
almost
And
death.
I would say actually Asterios is not depressed so much as he's distracted. Like he has not really recovered from the book being destroyed. So he's just sort of like muttering to himself. And he's kind of disassociated. And he says, yes, it's perfectly safe in here. And then just
Great.
starts
hop-
puttering around with the torch.
Roll so Kiar pops in. Asterios, make a scout test.
Okay. Beginner's luck.
Mhm.
Oh, there's a second column now. Oh, and I have 2 failed scout tests.
Nice.
I don't know how that happened, but I do have them.
What's your nature now?
So that means
3.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
There's a
you
one
will-
more, and then you get it.
You
Yeah,
will
yeah,
get
I
a
know.
scout after
No
this.
matter what. No matter what. Yeah. It's based on will or health.
I believe
Oh, it should say. shouldn't it?
Yeah.
For Scout is Will.
And it's help. Is there any help?
Yes, for Scout.
Yeah.
No, you're in here on your own.
Okay. Okay, then it's nothing. Submit the obstacle.
3.
3.
Take some checks.
Okay.
Take some checks.
Yeah, infinity check.
Yeah. I'll use Wizard Sight against myself because Asterios is not really looking at the room at all.
He's trying to look for magic where it is lost.
Yeah. He's not really looking at what's around him. So okay, 0. And what do I put -1 in here?
What do you mean?
As a modifier if I'm taking a check?
Try it.
You can do that.
You can.
Yeah, I've done
Does
it.
it work? Oh, nice.
Okay.
This is actually, I found out this is not my developer who's been working on this sheet. I actually had a meeting with my developer this weekend, and our die roller is going to be much better than this.
Okay.
Bam.
I have -1 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know how that happened.
So Kiara slides in.
Oh, maybe it treated it like you rolled 0 and then it was a -1.
Oh,
Yeah.
it didn't give me a beginner's luck. I didn't roll any dice.
Yeah.
Okay, this die roller doesn't work. Okay, so it's
Build it.
I'm rolling 2 dice.
Hey,
2 successes.
there you still up 3 though, so
Yeah.
Extremely still failed, but a more reasonable result.
Much better. Okay, great. So yeah, Kiara walks in to a strange sight as like something has attracted Asterios's attention, and Asterios is just kind of like not paying attention to his physical surroundings at all, and is just kind of like walking towards this like glimmering light in the wizard's sight. And so Kiara sees that the webbing is just starting to catch on fire, and it's falling and burning bits on Asterios. Asterios is just have a cloak.
Sure.
Okay.
Most assuredly.
But Asterios sees in the wreckage 2 scrolls.
Oh yeah. Unless the torch is physically taken away from him, he's got no idea he's on fire. He's just walking towards the scrolls.
What does Kiara do?
Kiara would leap forward and take the torch from him, but like I could make an equally good case for the fact that he's out of my reach. I mean, it depends.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Kiara leaps forward and grabs the torch. Asterios reaches into burning webbing and saves 2 scrolls. As the fire's rushing toward them, and saves the 2 scrolls, clutching to his chest, and is injured in the result.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. And also his robe looks horrible now.
Yeah.
You're just gonna come out of this being.
I mean, Reyna as
I'm angling for a very specific trait when we have our first long rest, actually. I made a plan before the session even started.
And now you're gonna good.
Oh wait, and there's another flammable piece of loot in here. Where is it?
Is it a spell book? Can I have a spell book?
You just got 2 scrolls, motherfucker.
I know.
Greeds. Greeds.
Yeah, oh man, is that an inch you just gave me?
sure would be a shame if anyone were to take more of it. Way more.
Okay. So Kiara also, Asterios doesn't notice this at all, but amidst the conflagration, which is starting to suck the air out of Kiara's lungs, he notices a thick leather-bound book charring in the.
I don't need to make a scout test.
No, you spot it.
Love it.
It's bright as day in here now.
It's on fire.
The Day of Flame.
Please take it. Please get it.
Yeah, sure. Kiara's like, oh, my friend Asterios really had a book that he liked a bunch, and it seems to be gone, so I will get that book. Gonna grab it.
Sweet. All right.
I'm gonna use my running nature to run and grab
Out.
the book, and then
Yeah.
run out again.
No test necessary.
Love it.
You managed
The
to
running nature.
squirm out as all the air gets sucked out of this.
Oh, nice.
The,
And I don't even get injured.
you
right?
don't get injured. Nope.
Wow.
So yeah, and it's a small, compact, brick of paper with a latch.
Sure.
And there you go. You have the paper treasures of Utan. 2 scrolls.
How are you?
Does Asterios want to look?
Hey,
Oh,
Asterios, can you read this? I found it in the fire.
Asterios eventually comes out of the spiderweb chamber significantly after Kiar. And says, what? Yes. He already has the scroll open in his hand as he's crawling out, still partially on fire.
Oh, you like
yeah,
paper? Here's some more paper. Look, a whole book of paper.
This is an embarrassment of riches for Asterios.
It is a scroll of celestial music
Cool.
and wisdom of the sages.
Celestial music is the one you can distract people with music. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. With
Cool.
eerie enchanted music, you can lead them on a merry chase.
Great. I have Glamour-wise.
And that's perfect. And wisdom of the sages allows you to read or understand any language.
Oh, that might be helpful here for this book.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to look also at the book there.
So is the nest like wrecked now? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It burns. It's not
Right.
safe to go in there. The book, like you hiss as you see the first page, like the inscription in the book, but you hiss in Hatravasha's voice as it is written in Ilfaring.
Ooh, read Ilfaring.
Yeah, you can.
Can already read it.
Yep. Torchbearer
Nice.
provides. That was actually a random piece of loot that I added to her hoard a couple weeks ago. So I'm just pleased with the random results generator. It produces meaningful results. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is. I mean, obviously you need to delve into it, but you.
I need to make a scholar test, perhaps.
You might need to research it. Yeah, but not here, not now.
Not even when my instinct is.
You say so. I will say, Luke. You say not here, not now. But A, we've killed all the kobolds. B, we've killed the spider whose nest we're on the outsides of right now. We've got a bunch of checks, and we're not far from the grind flipping over. And the next thing we do is go upstairs and negotiate and deal with all the humans that don't like us very much. Now might be a really good time to camp.
Or we go the other
Yeah.
tunnel, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
this is a
we
good-
probably were going to explore a lot. Like, there's other kobolds, the bony kobolds, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there-
if
there
we
are
before
other
we go
kobolds.
fight more kobolds, it might be worth
Yeah,
having camp.
camping.
Oh, camping, absolutely.
I
That's
hear
what I'm
you.
saying.
I agree. I would just encourage you to just take a look down the.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go down the other. We'll go down the other. Other spider tunnel.
All right. I definitely also want to go down the other tunnel, but I just want to signpost for everyone that Luke told us to.
I am leading the way with my torch,
Yeah.
going down
I
the tunnel, so there's
also
plenty of
want to be
light.
up front because I'm pretty frustrated that got burned out.
Sorry, I should never have handed the absent-minded person the torch.
That is,
As I said, there's seepage here. There's actually, I believe there's a spring that wells up from a crack in one of the rocks.
Let's just live
Can I-
here.
can I taste it? Is it the same water as the mineral water from
Yes.
back?
Yeah.
Let's just live here.
And you turn left. You go past that little spring. And there's like, limestone stalagmites forming around the spring. Like, so there are these, kind of little white cones essentially forming around it, as there's water seeping around. And you go about another 4 or 5 paces, and it's one of those like weird cave, like optical illusions where you feel like there's a wall, but then you're like, okay, no, that's a wall, and you reorient yourselves, and there's just darkness to the right, and there's just an open chasm that descends down into the earth. But then, after your vision kind of resolves for a second, you realize that there is a ledge, just a pace or two across the chasm. There's the cave continues, allegedly. So you could camp here. You could try to cross that chasm, see what's on the other side, and go from there. The air is definitely damp here, Tarvis, and
Good.
smells of minerals.
Yeah.
Because I think it like before. Because how close are we to the grind kicking over, Luke?
You are you just did turn 6. You're on turn 6. You have turn one more turn before you're in danger of the grind kicking over.
Let's camp.
What about the person, the prisoner though, as we went past?
Oh yeah.
Let's say you grabbed him and took him along, Tarvis.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So they're with us?
He's with you. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
How's he doing? Is he okay?
What's his deal?
No, in terrible shape. Worse
Okay.
shape than you all.
We should probably not have him with us at the cavern crossing. That's fine. God, that's rough. Okay. Do you want to? People want to do camp stuff tonight? Is there anything that we want to do? Like, we could do one more action worth of stuff before doing camp for grind purposes.
Tommy said camp.
Yeah, the camp seems logical, like reasonable now.
What is that?
Yep.
All right. Sorry, just trying to parse a quirk in the map. All right. Are you going to set watch?
Yeah, I'll watch.
Okay. Yeah. The only restriction is watch. You can't recover, but you can take other tests in camp.
Great. That's perfect.
Do you have any? Does Kiara have any conditions?
No.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I need to change my instinct. This instinct is not going to work in the long run.
Are you keeping a fire for camp?
I think
if you don't keep a fire, the fire makes your camp no fire makes your camp safer, but no fire means you can't cook or
we don't need to cook though,
use
right?
alchemy or anything like that.
Are we doing any cooking or alchemying?
I don't think so.
The only thing that could
try and fix sickness.
Can
we?
Yeah, what can we do? I thought we did already. We've tried like so many things to try to get Tarvis not sick.
You haven't actually tried treating him yet, though.
Right, that's the thing.
Well, because we can't beat that check.
Can we do that without a fire? Like, does that fire impact the ability to do that? Not that I'm saying we should, but
Paul,
healer for treating. Yeah, I think that I think hot water for treating sickness is a pretty fair request.
Paul, I really want to fail a healer check because that'll up my healer. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to try it because if I succeed, you're healed, and if I fail,
yeah,
I get to up the thing.
Oh, that's great. Do that. Yeah, that's
All right, so you need a fire. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's some natural caves. 36 minus 1. Nope, I gotta put the other.
I need a
thing
new
in there.
shield, everybody.
yeah.
Oh, the luckiest camp events. All right.
So I can't make an elixir that heals sickness.
Correct.
Yeah.
The tight space and weight of the rock above begins to weigh on you. You have a penalty to recover from angry and afraid in this camp, but I don't believe any of you are angry and afraid.
Excellent.
No.
So, very good.
Ready?
All right, go for it. Spend thy checks.
Oh,
How
what do
many
we?
checks do we have?
I have
3.
one check
I
from
have
Loner
3.
from last time.
Oh shit, 4. Okay.
Do
Yep.
either
I
of
have
you?
one.
5.
Yeah.
Tarvis, you don't have any checks?
I don't have any
Fuck,
checks.
Okay,
yes.
that's
Wait.
fine. We got.
Oh no, last time. I've got checks from last time.
What do you got?
I've got 2 checks.
So we have
So we have
7
7.
checks.
Jesus, I
Yeah.
forgot that we didn't camp at the end of last
We
time.
camp too soon, maybe. That's fine.
You're good.
Yeah, it's great.
So what conditions does everyone have? Like Tarvis
Well-
is just sick.
I'm in the clear.
Mysterious?
I have injured.
Okay, so here's my question: Is there any sort of check, Luke, that I can do to be like, okay, I want to make a healer check against Tarvis, and I want to make a healer check against Asterios, but I have enough checks that I could take, like, make a check that gives me a bonus to the next. Can I do a maneuver before I do my attack on
Yeah.
healer?
Yeah, of course.
How
Yeah.
does that work?
You can make medicine for them. You can make the poultices, as we call them.
Okay,
Um,
and then that'll
so-
give me a bonus to doing the healer check.
yeah.
Next.
If you make a poultice for injured, it's +1 die to the healer check. If you make a poultice for sick, +1 die to treat. Oh wait, are those treat or recovery? Oh fuck, those might be recovery. All right, so yeah, hold on, I might have spoke too soon here.
Yeah, because we determined that even with the poultice, because I made a poultice for Tarvis before, and it did nothing because he couldn't recover from it on
Yeah,
his
that
own.
was me trying to. Yeah,
Right.
recover.
And
That
so
was
I want to know
recovery,
if
right.
I can boost my healing because
Right,
I think
do
that
equivalent thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same principle though.
Okay.
You can create supplies
Okay.
yourself. So in this
Can I
case,
scavenge for anything that would help?
what was it?
Can I scavenge for anything that would help in this situation, like mosses and lichens in the cave, or?
Sure. Yeah, you could scavenge, but also like you could boil a broth or something for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Oh,
but
yeah.
here's my point. We've got 7 checks.
Right.
Does anybody have any opposition to just using checks until we've solved Tarvis's sickness and Asterios' healing, or Asterios is injured, and then once we've done those 2 things, any checks we have left over we can get fancy with.
Right.
but-
Yeah.
Sure. No, I think we should dump them into
This sounds
those 2.
extremely
Okay.
good. Yeah.
There is a minor hitch, and you have to remember that the spotlight rule in camp is that you cannot make 2 tests in a row. So
Yeah,
Right.
well, we can
gotta-
use some of my instinct to break that up, because Asterios is gonna spend most of his time talking, holding a conversation with the rocks and reading these books.
Great.
That makes-
Okay, and so you can just be doing that in between almost every action to take, especially if Tarvis, you're going to take an action to do some broth
Right.
boiling. Raina, do you have anything to help with this injured or sick situation?
I genuinely think no. I have like Orator,
Yeah, but I feel like between
Dapper.
Tarvis taking some actions and
Right.
Oh,
Um,
I can use needful things to help with a recovery.
there we go. So I think we can manage to bounce things around enough, and then if we have any leftovers, we can hand them over. Because like I would like other people to get a chance to do some cool camp events, but I feel like getting rid of these 2 conditions.
Right. Because these are the 2 hardest conditions. Like injured is terrible.
Are either of these, and neither of these conditions are recoverable, Luke, by telling a story at the beginning of the session about what happened last time?
Either of them.
Can I reduce my immortal burden by telling a story of what happened last time?
I believe spell recovery and Immoral Burden are now a part of that cycle. Yeah.
So if we camp and we manage to solve all these things and everybody's condition free, then I'll do the recap next time and reduce
Right.
my burden.
Dope.
Although that'll get rid of the words that are all over my body.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to solve that during this camp.
Right.
Love it. And you get to do that without taking
For free.
a
Instinct,
check.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take the first check since I'm going to have to
Yeah.
split it up. And I'm
Into the
going
bathroom.
to okay, I'm going to attempt to make a sickness poultice. What does it take for that?
A poultice of minus to sickness.
A poultice of making Tarvis not sick anymore.
Ob 3.
Up
And you
3?
Yeah, you can get help from Asterios with Alchemist if he so desires to take time away from his booking.
And it doesn't-
Yeah.
Yeah. And Paul, you don't have healer.
No, I don't have healer or alchemist, or
Okay,
I've got
okay.
cook is my most useful thing.
Great. This is fine because I have a healer of 2.
Mhm.
So I'll roll my 2 dice and I'll get 1 from Asterios if Asterios is helping me make this poultice. And if
Right.
I succeed, great, I've got it. And if I fail, my healer goes up immediately by 1.
Right.
Beautiful.
So
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah. Asterios is helping with one hand and not looking.
Great. And we'll see what happens. Do I get 3 successes on 3 dice? Oh, I didn't push the ob thing. Anyway, no, I don't. I fail it. So all of my checks go away and my healer is now 3.
Great.
Do excess checks on a thing go away when you advance also?
Yeah, they all do, unfortunately.
Kiar is hungry and thirsty.
Love it.
So now I want to cook for you.
Why don't you? Okay. Yeah.
That's
gone so well in the past.
Yeah, it always works every
Yeah.
time. 100%.
Gonna give me that COVID.
100% down. Now, is there like, do you have any options for this? Like, if I'm going to cook, like use my cooking skill in general, what can I achieve by doing that? Can I just make him not hungry and thirsty? I could just do this with rations, I guess. Can I like also help people in general, like feel better? And we just had a really bad fight.
Well,
and
this dude is
could be
hungry and
better at
thirsty
stuff.
as well. So
Oh, okay, cool.
he needs some help.
Right.
So you want to, the cook is a very powerful skill actually.
Yeah, I want to know what I can do with it because I specifically have the instinct to always feed my friends in camp, which seems like it would make me be able to do this for free.
I'm also going to run to the bathroom.
Yeah, you can do this for free. What ingredients are you cooking from?
Well, it's a good question. I have some garlic.
Okay.
That I wear around my neck. I've got some olive oil, and I've got some preserved rations.
Great. So that would be if you want to provide everyone with a meal.
Yeah.
It would be ob 3, and you would get +1 die for burning the garlic.
Oh yeah, I'm in. Ob 3, you say?
Yep, ob 3, and everyone would get a meal, or they can eat later or they can eat it now.
Great. Ob 3 and +1 for burning the garlic. And that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna roll I have a 4 for cook. That would be 5, but then 4 again because I'm sick.
Correct.
So 4 dice for an ob 3.
Can anybody help with this? They'd have to have cook, wouldn't they? Or could Asterios help with the alchemist?
Or laborer. Yeah.
Or laborer.
Yep.
I have labor. I help with labor.
You build the fire.
You
I
chop some
build a
wood?
fire.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right.
So that means Asterios could help with alchemist, and does Raina have anything that she could help with?
I don't think so. I mean, no.
Okay.
Raina's good at 2 things.
Great.
Winning and making other people lose.
So you got 2. So you have 2
Winning
help.
and lying.
That's pretty good.
All right. I'm gonna say greater than 4 this time, so greater than 6.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I get 2 successes, but one of them is a 6.
It's true.
So I will spend a fate point.
Oh wow.
Wow.
On a coin flip.
It's true.
The rumors are true.
And I will fail.
Okay, great.
I have never succeeded on a cook check, and it's my highest skill. Never once.
Fuck this game.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Haggler too.
Yeah. But actually, it's good because I've got 3 failures, and I've got a 4 for cook, and 3 failures is how many failures I needed. So now
but you need some successes at some point.
Yeah, but they're next. Like I needed 3 failures
so
anyway.
You have not cooked food, and
Correct.
I am still hungry and thirsty.
Right.
No, he's cooked food.
Oh, worse. I'm gonna get sick.
And no, Tarvis is like hungry and thirsty from the effort. Like Tarvis,
Yes.
Tarvis is like, oh, I'm fine. I don't really have an appetite. And then like rumble.
Yeah.
Can he not just eat some of the food he just made?
He can.
Okay.
But it absorbs the ration. It
Sure.
absorbs the portion. You helped, so you also take that condition, but since you're already hungry and thirsty, then you can't be hungry and thirsty twice. So you're free of the failure condition.
I didn't know if it also like gave angry or afraid.
It's not a grind thing. No.
Okay.
So yep. So
Okay.
So that leaves Asterios and Reyna with a portion of food each.
Great.
I'm going to say though these are fresh rations since Tarvis took a preserved ration and boiled it and chopped it up and added garlic and whatnot. Right, turned a preserved, salty fish or whatever into fresh rations. So you each have one fresh ration.
Okay. So since we had it, do you mind if I take another check so I can?
Yeah.
So at this point, Luke, is there a downside to me like trying to make a poultice again?
I don't have room to carry any.
I mean, you can hand it to me. I've got room in my bag.
Yeah, you can take the food. I
So
don't.
for the poultice like you're making gear for or supplies rather for Asterios now?
No, I am still trying to solve Tarvis's sick condition. So I tried to make a poultice to solve for Tarvis's sick condition and it failed. Can I try again?
But didn't I just give you a condition for that?
Oh, so you mean it succeeded?
Yeah.
Or so okay. I thought that okay.
Yeah.
So I have a poultice. So sorry. I had said, "Oh no, I guess I failed." And you're like, "Yep," and you're hungry and thirsty. But
sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
You succeed in making the poultice, but you are hungry and thirsty. Sorry, I wasn't more clear.
That's fine. So now I take this poultice and I apply it to Tarvis, meaning I get to make a healing check for Tarvis, and I have +1 die from the poultice.
Correct.
And I can get +1 for anybody else that has healer, but that's it.
Or alchemist.
Oh,
Yeah.
so okay.
Or survivalist.
Does anybody have survivalist?
Asterios is helping with alchemist.
Thank you, Asterios.
This time he's helping. He's still not looking at you, but he's occasionally giving suggestions.
Are they pertinent or are they?
Yeah, no, they're
okay.
actually exactly right.
Oh, that's great. I'm just like, man, if only. And you're like, what about this? Like, that'd be great. Wait, you're not even. Huh? Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's not even clear that he's talking to you.
Oh, yeah. Reyna, nothing. And then Tarvis, you don't have
Yeah, I've got
survivalist?
nothing. I don't have survivalist. I don't have alchemist. I don't have.
So I have 1 help and I have
Yeah.
1 die from the poultice. So I roll my healer check and I add 2 to it. 1 from help and 1 from the poultice.
4 to get rid of healer.
God damn.
Sickness with healer. Sorry.
Then I'm gonna. That's okay. I'm gonna use my Between Two Worlds as well. My Between Two Worlds trait and be like, I'm not just trying to heal the body. I'm trying to heal the spirit. And so that gives me +3. So I have 6 dice and I need 4 successes. Here we go. Oh shit!
Oh.
You're not sick, Tarvis.
Holy
you're not
shit.
sick. Tarvis, you're not sick. Tarvis.
Oh my god.
It's
It only took 2 checks.
What a
fucking
huge
Christmas
swing.
miracle. Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right, so I
god.
got 6.
That was huge. That was huge.
Oh fuck.
Paul, aren't you glad now that you chose not to die? So
Yeah,
you could have this
and-
moment?
Do you know what I'm the most glad of though?
What?
That I didn't let Luke mess with my character sheet.
I'm glad of that too, buddy.
All right. If someone would like to do something,
What about eating? Can I eat?
Yep. You can eat for free.
you can eat for free. So, but
Delicious.
Paul, could somebody take an action that would like I don't know?
I want
boiling water
to.
or
I want to
something?
scavenge for stuff specifically to help,
Yeah.
help heal the injury.
Yeah. If you
That's
could
what I
help
wanna
either
scavenge.
heal the injury or help make me a poultice to heal the injury, either way.
I'm garbage at poultices unless I can cook a poultice.
I mean, you scavenge for stuff for the poultice.
Yeah, but scavenge. Yeah, I will scavenge for stuff.
We're gonna scavenge for some minerals up here, up in this hizzy,
Nice.
this cave
Yeah.
house.
Some salt. I'll just pack your wound with salt, Corey.
Oh yeah, I actually have an
crystals.
action. Asterios has an action to give you an extra die on this too. I don't know how hard this test is for you, but I can.
Don't take your action yet because we should split up the actions in between. Because you're going to give me one on the healing test for you, right?
Yes.
So what we're going to do is Paul's going to scavenge, then
Yeah.
I'm going to make a poultice, and then you're going to give me a +1 action, and then I don't want you and Paul to go in a row because then we're wasting our splitting Kiara's actions up.
Okay. Ob 3, Paul. That's the best I can give you to find a
Ooh,
healing
yeah,
mineral
rough.
down here.
I mean,
anyone help
you-
me?
Scavenge, yes,
Yeah, I
I
can
have
scout.
scavenger.
Oh,
Scout.
I also have scout now.
and
Yeah.
I have scavenger. So
So all of you just help. We're just like combing this for minerals,
give me the salt.
and I'm
I'm
not
not-
injured anymore, which is
You're not sick either.
Asterios does not comb.
yeah. So I've only got a 2, but that means I roll 5. So
5 on an odd 3 is doable.
I grab your wrist before you go, and I say, "Are those rocks up there?"
And then you go back to.
My work here is done.
Oh wow, Paul.
0 successes.
Oh, Paul.
Attaboy.
0.
What
You
happens?
know,
You get a failed scavenger test.
I had enough of them. I needed a successful one.
Well,
Jesus, Paul.
well.
That is, you roll like I roll.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah, you find the minerals, and Tarvis's belly begins to rumble. His appetite's coming back.
Oh god
All right.
damn.
I'm hungry.
Hey, do you want this fresh ration that I have in my bag? Actually, I'm not going to give it to you
Do we-
until at the end of this.
Yeah, that's why.
Do we have extra checks? Do we know yet? Do we have leftover
Yeah,
checks?
we it depends. Asterios is not yet healed.
I see.
Once Asterios is healed, then
How
we'll
many
have
checks
extra
do we have
checks.
left?
You should map.
We have taken 3 checks so far.
Right.
One was poultice. I'm going to write these down so we track this. The second check was heal. It was heal sick. The third check was scavenge.
We have 4 left.
We have 4 left, and there's presumably some free things people are going to do in those times. I don't know.
Yeah, I did my free.
You did your free
already,
thing.
but I think that there's at
Enemy's
least
free
one.
thing would be to steal something from one of you.
You go for it.
And I
I've broken
my
shield
free
bits,
thing is all. I actually want to do 2 scholar tests here.
and those
I
are
don't
2
know if that's
checks.
Yeah, that's
So,
2 tests, but I can't do them in a row. Is the thing.
Right. Well, here's the thing: is I have 2 checks that I have left, which is
Go, boop, boop, boop,
make a poultice for healing, and heal you.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 scholar check. I mean, do you need both of those?
They're free.
Oh, great.
Oh, you could take 2 free checks,
I don't know.
No,
Luke.
you can. No, one trigger.
One of those
Okay,
is
that's
free.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, because we just scavenged, I am now going to, with a +1 from the scavenging, make a poultice. Also, I can get help from alchemy and cooking, or just alchemy.
Just alchemy. No-
Okay.
No cooking.
I'm just
Tarvis's food is
checking.
good
but not
until it
thick.
tries to kill you.
Asterio. So you continuing to give me weird advice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great.
Almost definitely.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm making a healer check, and I have +1 from the scavenging and +1 from Asterios. What's my ob for the injury poultice? Oh god, I have a past healer check
So-
for fixing the sickness. Jesus Christ, that never was going to happen.
And I heard you right. You're taking the +1 die from the scavenging the minerals for this.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Roll better than me.
4 for this one. Sorry,
4 for
4.
making a healing poultice? Fuck.
for injured. Yep.
Jesus. All right, well, here we go. Got it.
Ah!
Got him.
Woo!
That's fantastic.
Got him. There
You
you
love
go.
to see it.
Healer check successes all the way down.
How many more of those guys do you need? But you just leveled it up.
I
right?
only need 1 more successful check because my healing's at 3 right now, and I just got 2 successful checks. So I need 1 more and then 2 fails, which hopefully I get 1 more success and no fails in this next check I make. But first,
Yeah.
Asterios does a free check.
Yeah, what's the ob gonna be to heal my injury?
4.
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
So I will have.
Yeah, 4. Yep.
So any bonus you can give me, Corey, would be
Yeah.
appreciated.
So I was so I want to use needful things to create a splint.
Yeah, buddy.
That's cool.
Dope
Alright.
on a rope.
Okay.
What exactly does needful things do? How does that work?
I take garbage and I turn it into a thing that I need,
Sweet.
Nice.
So in
and
this case,
it adds 1 die to a test.
I don't think it would be a splint because you're not broken. You're
Yeah.
burned. So you would be using needful things to create bandages out of the spider webs.
Oh yeah, dope. I like
Spider
that even
bandages.
better. I like
All
that
right.
even better.
So that means that this check will be heal injury.
No. I have to actually make a check for that.
Okay, so do your check for that. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But this one doesn't take a check. This is your.
Yes, no, this does take a check.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
up to you whether you want me to use a check on that or
No,
not.
do it. We've got to
Yeah.
split them up anyway.
Okay. I'm rolling Arcanist for this. I don't think anyone can help me.
I can. I mean, unless I can help you with theologian.
Or I could cook.
It's just ob 1.
Oh, it's up 1.
Oh,
What's-
okay.
It's a
Okay.
simple thing.
Spider webs are practically bandages already. There
I
we
have
go.
three successes.
Fucking
Yeah,
nailed
so
it.
when you come back from scavenging or you look up from making your poultice or whatever, Asterios just hands you a roll of bandages and says, "I found these."
In a book?
Reading can take you anywhere.
All right. Okay.
Like a butterfly in the sky, you can fly
Right.
twice as high.
Okay, so that means that the penultimate check here is me attempting to heal Asterios' injury, and then we will have 1 check left over, and we can figure out what we do with it at that point. But can anybody help me with this healer check? What skills are applicable, Luke?
This is the 6th check.
This is the
You're
6th
making-
check. The first check was making the poultice for the sickness. The second
Yeah.
check was healing the sickness. The third check was scavenging. The fourth check was making a poultice for the injury.
Right.
The fifth check was the needful things.
Beautiful things.
I'm about
This
to
is
do
the
the
sixth
sixth check.
Okay.
That's why I wrote it down, because I'm like, okay, I know this is going to get a mess.
Survivalist, I think, is what you're looking for here to treat the burns, but
Does anybody have survivalist?
No.
No.
Okay. So I have a +1 from needful things. I have a +1 from the poultice, and I need 4 successes. Right, Luke? Okay. So I am going to use healer. I've got those 2 +1s. I'm also going to use my Between Two Worlds again.
you have it twice. Great.
Yeah, because I have Between Two Worlds at level 2.
Great.
So again, I am attempting to heal. So the body, or the mind, not just the body, the spirit. So I have +3, 1 from the poultice, 1 from the bandages, or 1 from being Between Two Worlds. And the ob is 4.
Yeah. In fact, I just added it to the book. There's no burns ob for injury, but yeah. So sword cuts and broken bones are 3, so burns are going to be 4.
Holy fuck!
What?
Holy
Amazing.
fuck! Holy fuck! Well, I don't need any more successful healer checks, so fuck all y'all.
All right, so let's talk about that for a second. So you have invoked your first series test outside of a conflict. So occasionally in play, we have situations in which you test the same ability repeatedly. Fighter in a conflict, circles in town, or resources at the market, for example. Anytime you roll an ability multiple times to determine an outcome, you only earn 1 test for advancement. So one
okay.
pass healer test for the heal fest.
Got
or
it.
Or a failed healer test.
Yeah. Got it. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yep. I was just like, man, this is great. No.
Yeah.
It's still great. Nobody has any conditions except Tarvis is hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
You could eat this fresh ration.
I will eat it.
Asterios gave it to me foolishly, and I have squandered it on you. Don't worry, he won't notice. He's in a book.
He has no idea.
So no one has any conditions, and we have 1 check left. I think so.
Right.
Tommy, was there something you wanted specifically to do? Map. Is it better to do a map, or is it better to do the scholar test? I don't know.
There's
scholar test is free,
There's
right?
no way for me to do 2 scholar tests here, so I'm just going to do 1, and it's free.
Okay.
I could either map, or I could teach Asterios. I could use Mentor to teach Asterios the last combat that he needs
For fighter.
to get combat.
Oh.
That's not
fighter.
a last combat. I need 3 combat.
Oh, and even with the nature hit?
What? Yeah. That's when I need 3. I need 3. I have no fighter at all.
Oh, okay.
I've never done a fighter test. I was about to do
Wasn't-
one, and then I got killed.
Right. Wasn't there something that you were on
Manipulator.
the precipice of?
Manipulator, and scout, which I just learned.
But I feel like the scholar test is more valuable than that.
Oh, yeah, scholar also is the one that I was on the verge of, but you can't teach me that.
Right.
Because you have a 2 and I have a 2.
Yeah.
So I think that
Great.
what we probably do is we finish up with Asterios
Yeah.
doing the free scholar test, and then Reyna doing the map, and then we're in good
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a
Quite
hell of a good, like,
Right. Really good camp.
really good camp.
Can I get help with cartographer? What does that look like?
Oh, I can help.
I've got
I
Dungeoneer.
also have cartographer.
I don't have any of that crap.
Dungeoneer maybe helps because we're in a dungeon. No.
For cartographer?
Yeah.
I'm as long as you personally observed it, I'm fine with it.
I mean, I observed the hell out of it.
That's part of the obstacles for cartographers.
Skills
Okay.
3.
And Corey, you just have cartographer also.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't.
So I'm rolling 4d6 here.
46. Wow.
What's the ob?
62.
Asterios hands you something that's either a partially sketched out map or a lunch order.
Okay.
Oh, it's sorry. The cartographer thing helps as scholar or pathfinder.
But I can also nominate as
Right,
a
but I'm
GM,
just
I
yeah.
can
But I'm just saying I
nominate-
have pathfinder.
2 successes.
But Pathfinder is for surface navigation, so it doesn't
Yeah.
apply.
Yeah.
Engineer.
Scholar
I have both.
obviously applies. Dungeoneer applies because as we Dungeoneer replaces.
Paul, are you
Pathfinder
helping too?
essentially in this.
I can't. I got nothing.
Right, yeah.
Wait,
It's fine.
Luke, if I say that I was helping with Scholar, can I learn Scholar from it?
You don't
spend the fate point. Yeah.
Huh? If I spend the fate point, I can learn. I can get a failed Scholar test from it.
if
he
Tommy
fails.
fails.
Did he fail?
You don't know yet. You have to decide ahead of time whether you're going to spend the fate point.
Oh yeah, I'll
Oh, totally worth it. Yeah, do it. Do it a million.
But you're Tommy. What are you mapping?
The spider cave. I'm building off of what we already have.
You're adding on to
So-
existing map,
yeah,
right?
so that we know
yeah,
how to get back to
the spider cave and then also
the
up to
spider
this
cave,
ledge.
and we know this ravine. Yeah,
Right. What about the
Underwater.
Pool
Oh,
cave?
yeah.
yeah.
I'm adding that. I'd like to add that too.
Aha. Okay. So that increases the obstacle. Okay. So op 3.
Great. And I have 2 help.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
I already rolled and I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh,
sixes.
Perfect.
You got your failed scholar test.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I level up Scholar.
And I got my 1 failed cartographer test. That's great.
We didn't even want a map. Fuck a
Yeah.
map. Now we have a wrong map. This is terrible.
I love it.
Luke, what do we have?
You have no. I'm not going to do the wrong map for this. We'll get to the bad maps later when more critical stuff. No. Raina's just going to be angry that
Oh
everybody else
yeah.
survived.
Okay.
It's just going to hit her as she's drawing the map that she didn't get that like amazing ending to the story where
Mhm.
you know she is
Slink
the
off
hero.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Asterios is not really helping, which is possibly infuriating as well.
And I think so. That is the end of instincts and checks. Oh,
No, I got an
no.
instinct.
The final
Yeah.
instinct.
Asterios has one final one, unless there's
Yeah.
something that I can come up with mine for. But I don't think that we're in a place that is connected to immortals or Jotun of spirits. I had to change my instinct to match the system, so I don't think it works now. Because my previous one, you had said that I could use it to clear my burden in camp, but I don't think I can in the new phrasing of it.
Oh, what's the new phrasing?
Always pray when in a place connected to immortals, Jotun, or spirits, because I made it always pray is the action
Place,
and
it's
when in a
okay.
place.
I love it. But yes, you're just in a cave right now.
Yep.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of those places.
Oh, I'm
soon.
not worried. I'm just saying I used to be like, I can use my instinct to clear my burden. That's not true anymore.
Yeah. This. Anyway, I feel much better about that instinct. That's a great instinct. But for now, Corey, what's your instinct?
My instinct is I will always take an opportunity to copy down ancient lore.
Well then.
And so Asterios is actually like it's kind of amazing that you managed to dress Asterios's wounds, because as soon as Kiar gets close to Asterios is just like Asterios is not, it's not necessarily clear that he knew that the bandages are for him, but he's looking at Kiar's body and just copying things down off of Kiar's body frantically into the ruins of his spellbook. By the way, Luke, does that still take up 2 slots in my satchel?
It does.
The ruined spellbook?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised I didn't make it take up 3.
Okay.
There's
But
more
folded
pieces.
laundry takes less space than piled up laundry.
All right. Cool. Well, anyway, I'm going to make a scholar test.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use
Okay, so you can read. You're reading the manuscript, or are you trying to restore
No.
the spell book?
No, I'm trying to restore the spell book.
Okay.
Before it leaves his flesh.
Or at least the immortal portion of it. Kind of.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm going to use possessed for this.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So it's actually we really incentivize this behavior, Torchbearer. It's actually base ob 1. But I am going to increase the factor with evil GM factor. I mean, because you're copying from ruined notes and Kiar's, the souls of Kiar's feet, and et cetera, et cetera. So it looks like it's just ob 2, especially since you speak the language.
Yeah. So what did you mean by we incentivize this kind of behavior then?
Well, just copying weird inscriptions is base ob 1 in the scholar skill. So it just, I mean, I could make a case that perhaps copying weird inscriptions is much harder than that, but system
Yeah,
system and
I see what
adventure
you're
wise,
saying. I see what you're saying.
we want to incentivize this.
Okay. So I think I have a +1 modifier, and I don't think that I get anything else. The +1 is from my trait.
So where I guess you have paper as part of
Yeah, I have paper.
scholar. Yep, skill, right. So you're just copying this onto essentially a scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we go.
So it's ob 2.
Ob 2. Here we go.
How bad can it be? Oh.
Hey,
There you go.
precisely enough.
Hey man, that's what works for me for healing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that one time you got more than enough.
That one time.
Okay, yeah. Asterios casually throws away his rope.
Do you want to give it to me? You want to give me
I
that
mean,
rope?
Kiar's welcome to pick it up.
Kiar picks up that rope and puts it where the fresh ration used to be.
Rope is pack 2, I believe.
Oh fuck.
You can wear it though.
The rope was not. Oh yeah, it was worn originally.
It could be torso 1 or pack 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, then I'm actually not sure that I can carry all this stuff that I have.
Well, Tarvis would offer to help. Tarvis has the space.
Okay. You can have Asterios' candles. Oh wait. Yeah. I have 1 candle left. You can have that candle.
I'll just take that because I burned a candle.
You can slot it. Yeah.
So I
You can stack it.
fits in, it fits with my candles.
Delightful. Yeah, we've eaten like all of my food.
All the food,
So I've
yeah.
got a lot of space.
So yeah, you have
We're out of food, everybody, but
So you have 2 slots for your ruined spellbook, which has your possibly recoverable spells in it. You have 1 scroll now of the 7 sigils of illumination.
Yeah.
And Hatravash is just criticizing your handwriting through the whole process.
Mhm.
man, so
and-
ungrateful.
Asterios appears to be writing in cursive.
Yeah, and you have 2 more pack slots for your 2 other scrolls of Celestial Music and Wisdom of the Sages.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Can you put one in your pouch?
Can he put them on his belt?
No, I mean, you can put it in a pouch, put one in a pouch.
Yeah.
But
I can only have 1 pouch.
No, you can have multiple pouches, but you don't have multiple pouches right now, as far as I know. You can have up to 3 pouches.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's no way to change what the things on your belt are in this sheet.
Oh, no, you totally can. You're just in a cave.
No. I mean, on the character sheet. Like, I never carried a weapon in the weapon slot. I was always carrying food or candles in there.
Okay.
Like, on belt, it always says pouch, weapon, skin, and I can't change those on the character sheet.
Oh, that's weird. I thought
Oh,
you changed
online. Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
it's because you're on the online character sheet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
I've never used it for a
Right.
weapon.
Sorry, no. That's why we changed that in 2nd edition. Good playtesting, Corey. On the paper sheet, it should be different.
Yeah, it is. So you could you have 3 belt slots, but we're assumed to have started with 1 pouch at the beginning of the game. But like Corey, you could put your spell book in your backpack, and that takes up 2 slots.
I don't have a backpack. I have a satchel.
Satchel.
I mean, sorry, your satchel. Anyway, my point is, you could put your spell book in that. It takes up 2 slots. You can put one of the scrolls in your satchel, and then you put the other scroll in your pouch.
I have
And he's got
I
one
have 3
more.
scrolls. The third scroll I'm holding in my other hand.
Oh.
I mean, I've
two
got room
scrolls.
for other stuff if you want to go harvest any of your like mundane crap.
I
He
have
doesn't
no
have.
mundane
No,
crap.
it's all magic
I
stuff.
have a
But
bottle
keep
of
it-
water.
Keep
I'll
keep
take it.
keep. Well, that doesn't help. You can put the water in your water skin on your belt. Oh no,
Hmm.
there's a bottle of water.
Where's
Right.
Where's the
No,
where's
it's a
the
water
bottle?
water skin. It's a water skin.
Oh,
Okay,
water
so yeah, water skin can go in your belt. That doesn't matter. I mean, just carry your
Yeah, I'm just
scroll
carrying the
around.
scroll in my hand.
Where's it? What about this giant book? What's happening? What's the deal with this
Oh,
giant
yeah.
book?
And the book is
Oh
pack
wait,
one.
yeah, I can't. Throwing away the rope doesn't help. Then actually, I'm gonna keep the rope.
No, I'm keeping it. I'm wearing it now, and I like it. You can't have it
installed.
back.
It's warm and heavy. He
Yeah.
likes the compression.
It says here in my torso slot, it's labeled as Asterios' rope. So
Okay.
it's still yours, but
So
I'm wearing it.
You in one hand you have a staff, and the other hand you have scroll. You could throw away the staff and keep the book. And the book is only pack one or carried one.
Oh, the book's only pack one?
Yep.
Oh.
So, as I said, it's a small compact brick.
Wow.
Pack one.
No, I got the
Ultimate
I got the
item.
thing that I wanted out of the ruined spell book.
This
You're
isn't.
gonna you're gonna toss
Oh,
it.
you could
Yeah.
toss your ruined spell book,
Yeah.
Dope.
and that way you have the book and 2 scrolls in your backpack in your satchel.
I can just put all 3.
Oh yeah, that works.
No, I can put scroll of immortality, and then I have the cool book, and then
Book
I
you
have,
could put in your belt patch. That way you can pull it out quickly for reading purposes.
can I? Is it small enough to put in my
Yep,
belt
it'll-
pouch?
Yeah, your pouch is massive.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is.
Wow, weird flex, but okay.
Okay, yeah. So I've got 3 scrolls. I've got the cool book in my pouch. And I have then an empty other pouch. Oh, now I,
Pouches?
huh?
You have 2 pouches?
Yeah, this is what we keep saying. Is like, I never used the weapon slot for a weapon. I was always using it as a pouch.
Oh, okay, fine.
If there's a concern about that, I have a pouch that is empty, and Asterios could have my second my only pouch. Like
It's yeah, no, it's fine. I'm happy to retcon it because of the just playtest sheet versus the online sheet.
Right.
Okay, Asterios is a new mage. Lighter, faster, stronger.
still without spell book, but we're getting there.
Yeah, without spell, but with constant spell. All right, let's wrap there. Then we're good.
I think so.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any
Oh, that seems
instincts?
legit.
No, not. I'm gonna change my instinct again, but not this time.
But not today.
Cool. Beliefs, goals.
My belief is that which exists beyond the physical realm is more important than mere mortal concerns, and I exemplified that when I went after the book that Asterios wanted in the burning spiderweb den, rather than getting myself and my friend out.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you found a piece of ancient lore that will speak to your destiny.
I was trying really hard during the fight to couch all my actions in sense of trying to get to that person and rescue them, and it didn't, and stuff like that for my belief, to treat people well and kind of go
Yeah, I think that's
care
I
after
think
that guy.
that's-
And you
That
fed
makes
him,
sense.
and yeah,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got him. We fed
Also
him.
treat-
Yeah,
also
that's true.
treat-
you were the only one
people
who
well.
cared
You've-
about him, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a fate point.
I for once did not do mine. I
Interesting.
don't think there was anything about being the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless
But
you
you
count
succeeded in your.
dead.
During camping, you were kind of the smartest guy in the room.
Nah, I was distracted. It was not like
Yeah.
like the belief is sort of about everybody needs to know that
Oh,
I'm
okay.
the smartest guy in the room.
People get what they deserve. I think that I upheld that when I just finished off Sawback. I was like, I'm not gonna fuck around here anymore.
That's true. That's true. Take a fate point.
Great.
Anybody accomplish any goals?
Yes.
Defeat some kobolds.
Persona point.
Investigate Utan's nest.
Persona point.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm working toward getting the beer, and I've even figured out how to make the beer, which I think is cool. But we're going in the wrong direction for beer. We'll come around.
8 points.
So
Yep. And then Asterios.
So I could make an argument for getting a persona point, but I actually think I get a fate point here. My goal is I will learn the secrets of the spider's den, but I haven't read the book yet.
I don't know. That's up to you actually here. Like if you want to take the persona point on that now, that's fine. There's a whole new challenge involved with the book. So I'm totally
Okay,
fine.
yeah, I can make a new goal about the book.
yeah, take the persona point and then make a new goal about like I'll whatever when you read it. And
I know creeds are supposed to build over a long time, but I think people are all good and all bad. Like I think not walking away from that fight and just being like, too bad for these guys.
But we don't have creeds yet.
Interesting.
Oh, that's-
Hold on. Say more, Tommy. Say more. Before I say like no creeds. Hold on. Tell me
Yeah. I think the moral test here was like it was very tempting for Reyna, right? To when we were like, especially when we were discussing what the major compromise was. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna abstain because I don't need to be the center. Like Reyna does not need to slink off and be like, well, time to raid a nest and then leave. Instead, we Reyna like finished the fight and then everyone like got patched up and injured instead of Reyna just like leaving or like Reyna not cooperating in that, I don't know, to stay alive or whatever. Like I think Reyna not.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think Reyna, like people get what they deserve. So like clearly I believe that these three idiots deserve the damage that they took. But I did not fight that fight in a way where like, and now I'm going to be the only survivor. And that's also not how we navigated the compromises.
But I guess yes.
Yeah.
But like I didn't hear you express the decision in those terms.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but anyway, I just want to say, like you're getting there. You're nosing toward this, and then once we get out of the House of the Three Squires, you're all going to level up again, and then we're gonna rewrite creeds, and
yeah, okay,
and we'll dial it in.
think about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I like where you're going. Who MVP and Workhorse?
I think that Kiar gets MVP.
Yeah.
For healing everybody of all of their conditions.
I feel like Kiara gets both.
Yeah.
Are we hold on? Are we just skipping instincts, Luke?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, instincts that benefited the group. Yep.
Oh, fed my friends.
Yeah. Tarvis definitely gets it.
Fate point.
Like I definitely don't get mine. I just no praying.
I just stole the thing. I don't think that's going to benefit the group.
Yeah, I did mine. I don't think it benefited the group either, though. That was
But I'm gonna-
very, very specifically Asterios' own agenda.
Change my instinct to when someone is struggling, I will show how much I know. And that way in camp, I can do mentor tests or for free.
Nice.
Okay, cool. All right, so Tarvis gets the fate point for the instinct. That's fantastic. Well deserved. All right, and then MVP and Workhorse. So you're thinking Kiar MVP for
Yeah, for sure.
the fight?
No,
For
forgetting
the healing extravaganza. For
injury and sick are no longer a problem for us because of infinity healing.
Isn't that? Yeah,
I mean, right? Like that might technically be workhorse for
it's
all the
definitional work.
all the
workhorse.
roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like a horse would be the MVP of the All-Star game if the horse could play football.
that really helps nail down exactly
There's
how
no
Right.
rule that
it
says a
works.
horse can't play football.
That's a persona point, right, Luke?
That is.
Okay, so who's MVP?
Was there a critical test or moment, critical decision?
I mean, Reyna kept us
Reyna
alive
for
there
surviving
at
the
end.
fight?
Yeah.
If we're finishing the
I'll
fight.
take it if we can't come up with anything else. But like that felt
Or maybe
like
maybe
attrition.
Asterios for like when we were searching the spider cave and like grabbing all the magic stuff and things.
That was
That's
I
for
mean,
Asterios.
Yeah, that was Asterios
Yeah.
for Asterios. And also I failed that test.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, yeah. I think Reyna for surviving the fight.
I mean, I did have
Yeah.
the key roll was
Right.
When I rolled 0 successes and just like knocked it down to just Sawtooth. But
Who was the one? One of you took a giant swat at them though, and knocked down 4 of them at once. So I just
yes.
want to, like, there were some good moments in that fight.
Is that Tarvis?
Yeah, it was Tarvis because it came right after my. No, it wasn't. Tarvis started the next one. It was
I'm looking
the
back.
first
through the
round was
history.
Reyna first, then me with the maneuver. Who came after Kiara's maneuver in the first round?
Purvis.
Okay, then it was Tarvis because that was
Yeah,
I
no,
set
give
him
it to
up with the
Tarvis.
giant bonus, and gave them
Trying
the
to
major
find it.
negative.
Yeah, give it to Tarvis.
Yeah, Tarvis is yours. You're the one that did all
Tarvis.
the damage in the fight.
Right.
Like you did the plurality of damage to them.
That was critical. Like knocking a bunch of kobolds out, even though things got worse after that.
Right.
It would have got much worse. Much
They had
faster.
7 disposition, and Tarvis took out 4 of it by himself.
Yep.
So
3 of it.
And-
But yeah. Still took it down by half. Absolutely.
and
Great.
Tarvis
I love
needs more Fate and Persona points than anybody else does.
Yeah, he's back.
Especially now that he's not sick. Now you can do shit, buddy.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Welcome
Cool.
back. We never thought that nobody would be sick. It's interesting because when everything was going to hell and everyone was dying, I was like, this is the perfect time for gallows humor. And I had nothing. I think that the problem is that 2020 is not a great year for gallows humor. Like everything that I could think of to say, I'm like, well, that's not humor. It's just gallows.
Yeah, I was wondering why I felt so bleak at the end of that combat, and Christopher really hit the nail on the head with like, this doesn't really feel like an escape from anything that we're experiencing.
Yeah.
Well, winning a kill conflict with a major compromise is one of the harder things in the game. You did it. You survived. Passed through the fire. I think feeling like that you didn't win at the end of it is very natural. Feeling kind of like defeated by your victory. Very natural.
It's supposed to feel like that's even like it doesn't
Right.
say that, or am I thinking of a Burning Wheel book? But it says that somewhere where a major
Yeah.
compromise should feel like losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the I certainly don't mind the dire bleakness of it, and I don't mind either the like, oh yeah, we got to a major compromise point, and so that feels like losing. I mind how much of it was a mechanical struggle as opposed to like a role playing moment. But
Luke, you
Yeah.
should remove major conflicts because it's much more fun to role play getting a major.
Yeah,
major
it's compromises are more fun to role play. He's right.
Yeah, I know you say that, Christopher, but you were about to go like defend spam me, and like
that came afterwards. We did that in response to the thing that happened before that.
I don't.
We did the defend spam as a response.
To what? To my attack feint combo. Or come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like I know like we all got really salty about like Luke doing 3 feints, but when everyone else was saying, oh, there's no way that a kobold who is backed into a corner would feint 3 times.
Yeah.
My first thought was like, really? Like you're outnumbered and you're getting backed into a corner and these people are closing in on you and you're not gonna try and like
So
that's all you have.
And also, how much do we? Oh, we've all been in the mind of a kobold. Interesting.
So
Yeah.
to be fair, I mean, obviously I was cackling like the evil fuck that I am through that, but I really was just trying to throw the fight at that point. I didn't think like when I scripted those, I really was just trying to say like, stomp this guy, let's get it over with. You know, here's 3 easily counterable actions. I can't. You know, we're just like this. You know, we just mesh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't particularly mind it. I actually like because like from my perspective, you can't get in the mind of a kobold. Like, who the fuck knows what a kobold thinks? So like I think that the conflict rules actually, for me, in my mind as a player, they work best just to like purely just think about them as like a mechanical, is like
Right.
like what's fun about them is like the human who's the GM and the humans who are the players are genuinely competing with each other to out Vizini each other, right? And that's just interesting. It's like an interesting game. And if you purely think about it like an interesting sub game like that, and then you can like narrate what the people do after. I don't know. Like for me, that actually,
It's meant to be a framework that you hang
thinking about it like that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, that you hang the characters' actions on, you hang the characters' decisions on, you put the characters in compromised positions from them. And right, and obviously there's a bit of artifice there. Of course I'm going to play the game, and I'm going to play the game, you know, to try to challenge you. But I like in playing the game to challenge you, I will make suboptimal decisions in order to say like, okay, this kobold doesn't understand you or what you're doing yet, and so here I'm gonna like throw in a like a dumb action here. But on the other side of that, when I feel like I need to challenge you as players, yeah, I'm gonna like turn the kobold off for a second and slip in a feat. When I TPK'd the guy that everybody's talking about, we learned when in this playtest that Tor and I learned that we had to write advice into Skoggamy that says, hey GMs, hey first time GMs, don't throw a feint into the first round of combat. Just don't like blindly, accidentally, just like unknowingly TPK your party in the first round of combat in Skoggamy. Because it can happen. Anyway, I learned a lot in that fight. I actually am quite pleased with the result. I love that you're all scarred adventurers now. I love that you got Utan's treasure. I also love that you know, I was dying when you were talking about like going back in there and getting Utan's treasure, because I knew it was knowledge, right? And like I knew on one hand, like you're all like, we're gonna get rich, and I'm like, oh no, rich in mind.
Whoa. Oh, we were all under the illusion that we were going to get rich, and we're disappointed by knowledge. I'm just gonna put this out there.
I didn't say you were disappointed, but
all right, everyone. I need to go to bed. It's been a day.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
See you.
Cool. Good night.
Good night.
All right.